back in the pit. Is this
Hell
your
yeah.
first time online with us?
Other than the solo app, technically,
Right.
but I
Great
don't
app.
count that.
Yeah, nobody should count that, I think.
No, strike it from the record.
Exactly. Exactly. What a movie, though. How many times have you seen Solo? I know Ethan's seen it an embarrassing
Once,
amount of times. Just once.
once.
That's good.
I watched
That's
it
the
for the
right amount
pod
of
and never
times.
did again.
Yeah, that's the right amount of times. Um, it's not a movie that I think many people have to rewatch.
No,
Although,
no,
yeah.
no. I
I'll
felt.
say sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I'm just gonna say, that being said, I did enjoy it much more the second time I watched it.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
it was still not great, but I think I got over a lot of the like shock value parts of it. Um,
Mm.
and not that there's like I don't know the message of that movie. I think is like very basic for the amount of like shock horror that ends up being in it. So I don't know. I still don't like it.
Well, that was my big issue with it because it's like, all these fascism bad movies. We don't. I don't know. They bother me because it's like I don't enjoy dramatized depictions of fascist violence a lot of the time.
Mhm.
'Cause it's like, they were bad enough, we don't need to dramatize nonsense. Like,
Yeah.
and at some point, I think if you're gonna put something in your movie, in your book, whatever you're making, you have to earn it no matter what it is, even if it's the dumbest shit. You have to earn it, you know?
I agree. I agree.
And I feel like a lot of times Solo does not earn its violence.
No,
It's like,
absolutely not.
"Oh, scary." Like, I wanted to say it on the pod, but I think I got talked over on the Solo app where it was
I
like,
don't believe
if
it.
no, right? But, if you wanna, like, get something interesting where you wanna learn about the violence inherent to fascism, just read Night by Elie Wiesel. Because,
Okay.
like, I don't know if you've read it, but he survived
I
the
have not.
Holocaust, he was a kid during it,
Mm.
and there's horrible scenes, and I remember reading the book and, like, I find I have a pretty strong stomach most of the time. I can engage with, a lot of depictions of violence and just be not fine with it, but not like.
You can move on, live
Yeah,
with your day. Yeah.
yeah. Um, that one, it stuck with me. Like, I remember one where he's talking about his father who died. So he was in the Holocaust. He got separated from his mother
Mm.
and his sister. Never saw them again. I think I haven't read it in a while, so I apologize to the late Ellie Feisel if I'm getting the details wrong. But um, he talked about seeing his father in the concentration camp dying of disease and
Right.
like begging him to give him water, and it was like didn't understand why that he couldn't give him water because if he gave him water he would choke on it.
Mhm.
And it was like that depiction of violence and brutality has stuck with me more than anything I've ever seen in a fictional movie.
Yeah. Oh, and like just that extra level of being like, "Oh, this is real. This is a first-hand account." Like,
Right.
yeah, that's it's terrible.
Well, it's something I struggle with is like in a lot of movies when you get hit with that kind of like it's a tough line to walk when you're having like extreme depictions of violence or stuff
Mhm.
like that where it's like at what point does it kind of feel exploitative.
Right. Yeah,
um
and I think that's the thing that everybody says about Solo, right? That it is kind of like a lot of people say, just like torture porn. Like it's just, seen for the shock value of it now. Like, so yeah, I don't know. There are definitely movies that hit that level for me too, where it's like just so hard to watch. Like one that I watched this last year was called Nickel Boys, and it's all
oh,
about
okay.
like can and it's based on a true story. And it's all about like this encampment, like kind of work prison thing, but it's in the movie, from what I remember, is like it's marketed as like a day camp, and it ends up being just terrible like jail work camp for this group of black teenagers, and it's a very hard movie to watch, but I would highly recommend it.
So you said the Nickel Boys?
Yeah, Nickel Boys.
Hold on, I'm writing it on the list.
Hell yeah. No, that movie is really cool too because the whole thing is done in a first person perspective. And I
Oh,
was
okay.
worried when the movie started that that would feel like kind of gimmicky and take away from the impact of the movie, but No, like it really worked for me. I was sobbing at the end, like I broke down. Like our friend that we went with, like leaned over to me and like said something, and I just like broke down. It was a brutal
Ooh.
movie.
And see, I think
Yeah.
that's what we're saying where it's like you gotta earn that. And I think
Hmm.
making it first person to me that puts you in a neat place because it's like a lot of movies I find you're just passive, right?
Right.
You're sitting on somebody's shoulder.
Hmm.
That first person kind of I don't know, to me that sounds like it makes you there,
Yes. Oh,
you're very
definitely. It
present.
exactly. It almost like in a weird way makes you feel responsible for like some of the things, like because it's first person. You're like, oh, like I should have known to go do this thing. Like I don't
Right?
know.
It makes you a bystander.
Yeah, exactly. It's brutal. Great movie.
And
Anyway, how's your summer been going?
it's been pretty good. Shout out the local library. I've been picking up random ass movies from the library and hitting them.
Hell yeah. I
I
love the
found
Red
out
Deer Library.
it's actually sick.
Hmm.
I found out something disappointing though.
What
Um,
was it?
I am not a Nosferatu fan. But
Did you
it
watch
did not.
the movie?
Yeah, the new one. Yeah,
Yeah.
did not work for me. I see what is to like about it. I see
Hmm.
why people think it's very good. I'm not gonna be a unreasonable hater, but fuck that. I hated it.
Why?
I
Why?
hated the
What
second
about it
half.
didn't work for you? Okay.
Um, the
Like
first
where
half, I'm in
Nosferatu
it.
is in the mainland.
Yeah, the first half, I'm in it. It's weird. It's freaky. I'm feeling it. I
Hmm.
think maybe I just got too tired because I was watching it started watching it at 1 in the morning. I think. So I think maybe
Yeah,
I got too tired like halfway through, and I was just like, "Fuck, I just want to be done." But fuck,
that's
I see
fair.
what's to like about it though, because like the set design was really neat. I loved Willem Dafoe. I love his weird little shit he's got going on.
He's so weird in that movie. It's great. His performance is just unhinged and crazy. It's so fun.
Right. It was
Did
like
you like the vampire penis? Did that
I
work for
thought
you?
that was sick. I wish there was more vamp dick.
Yeah.
Um,
You gotta watch the new 28 years later movie. It's not vampire dick, but there are a lot of zombie dicks in that movie. A lot.
okay, okay.
And like
'Cause-
huge ones.
Oh, sorry,
It's
one
crazy.
second.
Yeah, no worries.
Hey.
Dead air.
Sorry, my little sister's
No
dropping off
worries.
food.
Oh, nice. What you got?
I got a Asiago chicken club from Wendy's, fries, and a pink lemonade.
Delicious.
Right?
Delicious.
I'm a lemonade lover, but
Especially
I
on a nice
realized,
summer day like today. Be
right? I
great day for a
realized with
lemonade.
Nosferatu, the most disappointing feeling of watching something that you know is a banger and just not enjoying it.
Mm, that's
'Cause it's
fair.
like I always try to separate my enjoyment from something from how good I think it is. I don't do you can't do it perfectly, but
Hmm.
it was like the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, I get what the hype is about, it just doesn't do it
But
for me.
that's fair. I'm trying to think of movies like that for me because I know there are some where it's like I understand why people like this, but it just does nothing for me. So I'm sorry to hear that Nosferatu is one of those for you.
Maybe on a rewatch when I'm less tired, I'll enjoy it more.
It's
Dog
pretty
Day
long.
Afternoon, fucked. Loved that.
I really want to watch that. My local theater in Edmonton played that for like an LGBTQ thing, and I didn't realize it had anything like that in it.
Well, yeah, so the original, like the actual dude
Hmm.
was I think I read on his Wikipedia he was like allegedly part of like a gay alliance at one point in his life.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's like,
Shout out!
right? I don't know.
It's about a
Let
heist, right? That movie, like it's a.
Yeah, because he's I think in the movie he's like doing it explicitly so he can pay for his wife's gender reassignment.
Oh really? Wow!
Yeah, and
And is it handled in like a good way? Like,
I thought it was handled pretty decently. There's obviously and all that jazz that's part of the time, but I really like. I didn't feel like
mhm.
the trans character was her name. Her name is Eden. Sorry, her name is Eden. I
Okay.
don't feel like
Yeah.
Eden's character was really a joke or anything about it, and a lot of the harassment or like, and not really, all of the negativity that comes towards her
Mhm.
is really from the news and the police. Which
Right.
maybe it's just me being a hater, but I did not sympathize with the police at all. I did not care about them, nor the
No.
news. It's
I
like,
mean,
fuck
this
them.
is a shocking take from, the Keegan that I know.
No
Police
one, no
lover.
one expected this from me.
Yeah, no one did.
I've
But
also, sorry, go.
I was just gonna say, but good movie overall, so I mean,
I
I
really
definitely
enjoyed
have
it.
to check it out. It has been
I'd
on my
fully
list
recommend it.
forever.
Also, you film boys will be proud of me. I got a Perfect Days from Wim Wenders from the
Yes,
library.
that is a great movie.
Ethan said it
Have
was
you
really good when I was texting him about it. I haven't checked it out yet, but
Yeah, that is a really good movie. I think you'll really like it. Um, I was just talking to somebody about it, and they found that movie to be much more depressing than I think most people find it.
really.
Um, yeah, so the whole movie does definitely it has like a very depressing, I don't know, ending and
But
like
it says Perfect
uh,
Days.
yes, the title may be a little tongue in cheek.
Some
Ha
bullshit.
He does have some perfect days though. It's not the title isn't, you know, totally off base. He has a very nice life. I don't wanna spoil it because
Ah,
you've got the DVD, so you're ready to watch it, which is very
right.
exciting.
Well,
'Cause,
shout out
I
the
know that
local
you're a
library.
fan. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I know you're a fan of Wim Wenders' other movie, Wings of Desire because of its
Oh,
Columbo
that was him?
connection. Yeah.
I didn't realize that was him. I'm so
Yeah,
locked
same
in for this
director.
shit now. I
I was
love
just doing
Columbo,
a
bro.
Yeah, I was just doing a little bit of research into Columbo. I didn't realize, like, how long that show went on.
Or how popular it was at its peak. Like how, and I think at
Mhm.
one point, Peter Falk was making like $340,000 per episode in the 70s.
Wow.
And
A lot of money back then.
Spielberg actually directed one of the episodes, one of the first
Because
ones.
the episodes are kind of like little movies, right? Like
Yes, it's like a made for TV movie.
yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah, and
Do you
he
have a
did one of
favorite?
the first ones. Oh, do I have a favorite? That's a
Yeah.
good question. Um, Sorry, I gotta look up all the names. They're all
No,
like
all good.
murder puns and shit.
Yeah, that's what I noticed while looking. It looked fun.
So one of my favorites is Swan Song, just because Johnny Cash is in it,
Nice.
which I always think that's such a funny little crossover. Johnny Cash just popping in for an episode.
Was he a good actor? I
He wasn't bad. His
Hell yeah.
character's fucking one of like the more despicable villains though.
He plays a villain.
Yeah, he is the murderer.
Oh, nice.
Some old movie TV rules. If there's a famous person in the episode, they're the one who did it.
It was easy to catch on in that particular Columbo episode.
Hmm. Like oh fuck, what's it?
You
Leonard Nimoy's in an episode.
Nice.
Murder by the Book. That is my favorite one. That is the Spielberg one as well.
Hell yeah.
It's just
And
so
other
it's so
than
beautifully shot.
I bet. I mean, Spielberg's got such a sense of camera and
Well, it's
space.
him when he's really young too.
He's willing to experiment.
Exactly. Still defining his shit.
Did you find that you were able to solve any of the mysteries before Columbo, or were they all kind of
Uh,
impossible?
so Columbo's actually really neat because the murder is shown at the very start of the episode and you see who did it.
Oh,
The thrill is not in like solving the mystery, it's in like you're excited to see how Columbo's going to figure it out because
okay.
it's like all the episodes are like you see the murder happen, Columbo gets called, and then he does his whole shtick to like find out who the murderer is, and it's this whole cat and mouse game you play throughout the episode.
It's really
It's actually
interesting. I had no idea.
yeah, it's one of the things that like I like about it compared to a lot of other of those old kind of cheesy detective shows is like you have that unique aspect where it's like you're not trying to figure out the mystery, you're trying to figure out how the mystery is solved.
Mhm. Yeah, that's really cool. I gotta watch some Columbo now.
Absolutely, watch
Add it to
Murder
my
by the
watch
Book.
list.
It's the best one.
It's immediately added to the list. I'm a big
There
Peter
are
Falk fan. I love his
He's
just like
great.
look. He's great.
I love him. Some of the best glass eye representation in Hollywood.
It's true. It's true. And yeah, he like I feel like he always kind of owns the glass eye too. Like it's such a distinct look. Um,
Right?
I don't know. Does it have like a backstory in Columbo? Because every other Peter Falk movie I've watched, there's no mention of it. It's just this is who
No,
the
it's
guy
just
is.
there.
Okay,
I don't think they touch on it.
that's fair. I mean, it. Do they give any kind of backstory for Columbo, or is he just kind of like
They
a
give
mystery
bits and
detective guy?
pieces. Like, you know that he has a wife.
Okay,
He
Mrs.
has
Columbo,
kids. Yeah, because there's an episode where a murderer tries to kill Mrs. Columbo.
of course.
Because
But I
he put
pray
her
he
husband in
doesn't get
prison
to
and he
her.
killed himself.
Okay,
It was a
classic.
weird plot line.
Yeah.
Um,
Were there any like season long like story arcs in it, or is it all just kind of
it's all
episode
single
by episode?
episode.
Okay.
Sorry for speaking over you. It's hard over the
No,
call.
it is. I totally get it. I'm very used to it now, so it's all good. The online
Um,
format's so much different. It's interesting, but
is there
I don't
one
know. I
you
prefer in
prefer?
person. I
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
prefer in person. Like, the thing that I like about the online is that we kind of like we have to do them in a way, like just to catch up or whatever. Like, it's a nice just weekly thing. Whereas in person, it's harder to like consistently do these because being in school together, right? We see each other all the time, so it doesn't feel like oh, we got to sit down and record a podcast.
Right, and it's hard to have new things to say if you are seeing each other all the
Exactly.
time.
Exactly. I
But I
mean,
do
it'll
find like in
be
person you have that chemistry.
yeah, exactly. It's so much easier to like bounce off each other too cuz there isn't that like slight delay of waiting for things and waiting for people.
Right, making sure someone's done their sentence.
Exactly. Exactly. The bits become much harder to do. It's all got to be
Right.
like a little solo tangent that you go on. Feel way more on the spot online for some reason.
Right? Um,
Yeah.
oh shit, I do have news though.
Oh, go
Ethan
for it.
has inspired me to start watching Andor.
I've heard Andor
So,
is great. Ethan has tried to get me on that.
see, you know me, I'm a hater,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you know this. I'm a Star Wars hater, big time.
Star
Um,
Wars especially, hey?
I'm a big hater. I don't know why. I love Star Wars, but I'm a massive hater of it. Like, they have such
I
a
get that.
extreme point of nostalgia for me. I love the movies, and I
Mhm.
remember going to see even the sequels because, like, so my grandpa would always buy tickets for us on Christmas, and we'd go see them on
Oh,
Christmas.
nice. That's a great little
Um,
tradition.
right? And I remember talking to my little sister, and she thought it was so cool to see like a girl who was a Jedi being a
Right.
badass. So I was like, I have these connections with the movie where it's like, yeah, these are neat movies. It was so cool to see my sister happy about it, but it's like they're dog shit. The prequels are dog shit.
Yeah.
Um, I
Yeah.
have opinions about the originals, but mostly they're very good.
Mhm.
Um,
No, I agree. I heard that recently they screened, like, the original theatrical print of Star Wars, like, without any of George's, like, CGI additions and, like,
really,
like, without the Jabba the Hutt thing. Yeah. Um, and apparently it doesn't work as well. This was, like, the criticism, like, it all of the CGI, not all of maybe, but a lot of the CGI things that he did were for the better. And I guess there's a lot of CGI in that movie that we probably don't even think about now, but just wasn't
right?
possible in 1977.
See, I'm fine with the CGI additions. I just think it is disgusting and repugnant to make the non CGI completely unavailable.
Mhm. No, I
Like
agree with that.
Disney, there's a bit in Star Wars, like a bit of dialogue between Han and Greedo's the dude he shot, right?
Yep. Yep.
Um, where Greedo has a sentence that is like only added in the Disney Plus version, and
Mm.
it's like,
Because
what the
like to make
fuck are we
Greedo
doing?
seem worse, right? So
Yeah,
that like Han doesn't look as bad for just shooting him.
which is like, yeah, I think we should always make our characters more boring and less
Yeah,
complicated.
exactly. We can't have morally gray characters like that in these movies we love.
That
Otherwise, I would
messes
get
with my
confused.
childish vision.
Exactly.
How
Exactly.
am I supposed to know who is the good guy if the good guy isn't wearing a full white outfit and is chill all the time?
Mhm.
Like,
Exactly. It messes with my 35-year-old brain, you know? I can't comprehend these things.
right,
It's even older
I think we
than
should
35 with a lot of these people. Like, it's very
lobotomize more
sad.
people.
I think so too. I think we should ask people basically, like, how much do you care about Star Wars on a scale of 1 to 10? And anything more than a 7.5 should be a lobotomy.
Unless you
And then
worked on it directly. And even
yeah,
then, you're
yeah,
not safe.
exactly. And then you know how with some lobotomies they'll make people do like you sing "Oh Canada" or like "Happy Birthday" or something like something that's very familiar to people, and you
Yeah.
stop once they stop doing it. You get the people to stop or to start telling how much Star Wars lore they know, and you stop once they've gotten to A New Hope. Like once they only know vaguely the plot of that, that's when you know to stop.
You know what? I think we gotta get this on the ballot
Yep,
and we gotta start implementing it.
I think we should. Yeah, we can run as the Empire.
Right? And it's like,
We'll trick all the Star Wars people into voting for us.
guys, we will give everyone a figurine of Babu Frick if you vote for us.
Yeah. No, come in through our lobotomy line and you'll walk out with a Babu Frick.
Limited edition.
Exactly. But,
You
you said you've
know,
been watching Andor, so was it worth it to go through all of the prequels and sequels and Boba Fett show and just whatever to get to
I'm not gonna
Andor?
invest here. I only watched the first episode of Andor. I haven't done anything else.
Are you gonna watch the rest of it or
I'm gonna watch the rest of Andor, yeah. I just
okay.
watched the first episode, and then I was like, well, I only want to watch the first episode because it's like I've done it with a lot of TV shows where it's like I take in so much of it at once. Like I watched all of Better
Mhm.
Call Saul that was on like all 5 seasons that was on Netflix in like a week.
Wow.
And then I just lost all steam for watching the sixth season
This is
and
what
never
happens to me
watched it.
every time I watch Breaking Bad. I get to the, like, last or second last episode, and I can't finish it. I run out of steam.
Right? And then you think about coming back to it later, and it's like, fuck, I have to watch the whole thing again to understand it.
Exactly, exactly. I'm not gonna have the same level of appreciation as I would've, had I just watched the show. Like, there's so many things I've forgotten or just whatever.
Right? Like the first time I remember when it first got to Netflix, there was all the drama about Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, fuck it. I'll watch this show. And I got really stoned and watched every episode till the last four. And then I was like, well, I work tomorrow. I remember the exact night. I was like, I work tomorrow, so I won't watch these and I'll watch them all at once tomorrow. Cause like the
Yep.
last episode is a 4-part set for the
Okay,
Avatar.
okay.
And then I didn't watch it for like 6 months. And I came back to it, was like, oh well fuck, I should probably finish that. Just rewatch the whole show.
Nice. I've heard
So
it's a great show.
beautifully animated. Um
Did it
Sometimes it
make you wanna
pisses me
watch the
off. Sorry, what?
No, you go ahead.
Just with like this is me being too politic brained, but
Mm,
when I watch shows like that and I see a lot of like the implicit politics and the implicit because most politics are implicit, right, in
mhm.
media. Most things that are introduced as politics into, at least in my opinion, in art in general, are implicit. They're implicit beliefs of the author that are injected in.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
like and a lot of
Sometimes
that
I
is
think
like
it's pretty explicit.
I would say, yeah, I just think, like, a lot of the majority are just stuff that
Yeah,
we implicitly put in because there's things we believe, we don't even know they're
yeah,
there.
yeah.
They're just these
We're not thinking
background
about it.
ideologies.
Yeah.
Um, like, in Avatar so I also watched Legend of Korra because I was like, "Well, fuck it, I'll watch the sequel."
Want to finish it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not bad, it gets too much hate, but, anyways, it was like, there's a lot of liberal politics in Avatar: The Last Airbender that I'm like, "What are we doing, guys?" And then I'm like, well, I'm watching a children's show, so what am I
Yeah,
expecting?
he's fucking indoctrinating our kids, though. That's what I'm hearing.
They are. They are.
It's
Our kids are
ridiculous.
indoctrinated daily.
Yep.
And in Media Control by Noam Chomsky, he specifically said Avatar is woke washing our kids' brains. Um,
Woke washing. That's a good term. I haven't heard that before. That is a great term.
that's me. I made that just now.
Hell yeah. You got to write a book, Keegan. You got to write a propaganda book. I
Shit,
think you'd be
I'm
great at
trying. It's hard.
it. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so you said, did it make you
Well,
want to watch what?
did it make you want to watch the live action
I actually
Avatar?
saw that first.
Oh yeah.
I remember my mom took me to see that in theaters, and as a little kid, I thought it was sick as shit. And then I remember going to the like being taken to Polycut, the rec center, the next few weeks, and like all the kids were playing Avatar in the pool, pretending to be waterbenders.
Hell
So,
yes. That's awesome.
at the time, I didn't know it was dog shit. But then having watched the show and then
Mhm.
watched the live action, I'm like, what are we doing?
Well, because I heard that the movie, like, it compresses the entire show down like into an hour and a half, right? Like
The
it
entire
tries to
first
do
season.
everything. The entire first season. Okay.
And they cut
That's still way
so
too
much. They
much.
cut so much. First of
Well,
all,
they have to.
Aang, right? Aang,
Yeah.
the main character. He's Ong. They call him Ong.
Okay.
Katara and Sokka are both supposed to be like similar to Inuit cultures or like based off of
Yeah.
vaguely, right?
Yeah.
They're whiter than me. Like
Hell yes. Well, I mean, you're
um
Asian, so
true, I am Chinese. But
I
have I told that story to the Critterpit viewers?
don't know if you've told that on the pod, but
Oh fuck it.
yeah,
Let's tell the
yeah, I might
Critterpit
as well
viewers.
explain what that
So
little comment
to
was.
all the Critterpit viewers, I am a honky deep down. Um, but me and
Deep,
Ethan
deep down.
we were going out to Lake Abraham. We were gonna have a fun night there, just a little camping sesh, you know. Because I
Yep.
don't know if anyone has ever been. I encourage all Critter Pit listeners to go to Lake Abraham and, of course, be respectful. But
Mhm.
it's so beautiful. A lot of people in Alberta are like, I'm gonna go to Banff, I'm gonna go to Jasper, and then you're in a tourist trap with 1,000 people. Go to Lake Abraham. There's less amenities, yeah, but it is beautiful. And if you're looking for a more real, rugged experience, it's out there. It's not in Banff. It's
Yeah.
in Banff National Park, but like
Yeah,
I
but
don't
not
know.
in the city proper. That's just
Yeah,
tourist central if you wanna buy
and
some
I don't-
merch.
you don't have to go to these big expensive places to have a beautiful vacation.
Mhm.
But anyways, we're going out there, and we go to the liquor store because we're like, ah, we don't have any beer. We'll stop and we'll grab something. And we both
Yeah.
go in, and normally when you go to a liquor store, they take both your IDs if it's two of you, and you both look under whatever the guideline is, like 30 or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
They can't have somebody buying alcohol for a kid,
exactly,
so they have
especially
to
if that
check
kid is
both.
right beside them.
Yeah, exactly.
But this old Asian guy who's running the store asks for my ID and only mine, and he looks at it longer than anyone has ever looked at my ID before or since. I remember
Yeah.
there was a dude in Olds who was like being a weird dickhead bouncer, and even that was much quicker than this. Um, by the way,
But
never
you
drink in
needed to
Olds.
see.
Olds is dog shit.
I've only been to Olds a couple times.
I
It's got a
support.
charming downtown. I wouldn't party there though.
I fully support like assimilating Olds into a more medium city.
Let's call it Young's, you know?
Yes. Make it part of Red Deer. Red Deer should fucking take it
Olds is
militarily.
not super close, but yes, we should make it part of Red Deer. We'll call it New Red Deer.
Exactly. But and then he hands me back my ID, and in the most disappointed voice ever, "Oh, I thought you were Chinese." And then like it's the only time in my life where I felt white guilt.
Yeah.
I was like, "Fuck!" It like
You and
I've
this
all
guy could have been boys.
right. It was like I've never before consciously thought about being white in my entire life. It's always just been a thing that I am.
Yeah,
And then I was
but
just like, "Fuck,
you're not
shit,
Chinese.
damn it,
It's because he
man."
would have had to just, like, look at your picture because it doesn't, like, specify your race on your ID
No,
otherwise. He
and
just
that's
looked
also
really
why I'm
hard at the
confused.
picture.
Right, that's also why it's confusing because it's like, the hell are you looking for? Like,
Yeah.
maybe my last name, see if it's like
Yeah, traditional Chinese name, but, I
right,
mean, like, even if it was, like, Lee or something, right? That there's I know some white people with the last name Lee, like, it's not impossible.
right? But it was like, he was just so disappointed in me. I was like, "Fuck."
He probably would have given you those beers for free.
Right? Like, I to this day, I have been living my life as a Chinese man.
Much as you can.
Although I don't understand anything about Chinese customs, so it's just mostly just, like, saying that I'm Chinese,
Yeah,
hoping that, like,
nobody
through the
questions
power of
you.
affirmation, that I eventually one day wake up and I've, like, metamorphosized into a Chinese person.
Exactly. It's gonna be on the next Chinese New Year. I have a feeling that that's when it's gonna happen. Your reawakening.
So, you know how for, like, New Year's, sometimes they'll have, like, the big crystal ball come down and, like, it opens up and there's the
Yeah,
Easter baby or New Year's baby in it?
yeah,
It's gonna
yeah.
be me, but I'm gonna be fully Chinese.
Chinese, but yeah. Oh man, have you seen Balls of Glory? I think that's what it's called, but it's a ping pong movie.
Oh, I've never
In
heard of that.
which it's a great movie. I'll send the poster in the Discord chat, but you'll never guess who plays the villainous Chinese person in it. And if you go to the general chat of the Discord, you can see who I'm talking about. He's right front and center on the poster to all the critters that just want to look it up.
Who the fuck is
Uh,
that?
It's our friend Christopher Walken playing a
What?
Chinese guy in the table tennis movie Balls of Fury.
In Christopher, kindred spirits.
Yeah. I mean, that's a childhood favorite. I do think that you and Christopher are probably the same amount of Chinese in you, but if he
I
can
would
do it, why
figure.
can't you? I say.
Well, I was adopted. I consider that an adoption.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
But,
That would make sense.
I wish, man.
Ugh,
Oh, yo, I have a
there's always
book
hope.
recommendation for the critters.
Go for it.
Giovanni's Room. I'm only a little bit into it, but goddamn. Um, so Ethan has recommended because like I'm trying to write my book, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and Ethan's recommended that I read more fiction, so I've been trying to read a lot more fiction.
Hmm.
And because his point was like, well, because like most of what I read is like political theory, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you have that kind of analytical writing style where
Yes.
it's not about
Very
the figurative, it's
straightforward
not about the
prose. Yeah.
dancing. Exactly. And uh I was thinking about his advice and I was like, well, his advice is to diversify my bookshelf a little bit. And
Hmm.
so I was like, oh, I'm gonna I was like, well, why not diversify it fully? So I was like, I tried to look up like what are a bunch of famous like Latin authors? What are a bunch of Latin American? I mean, sorry,
Hmm.
bunch of famous like Indigenous American and Canadian authors. What are a bunch of famous Black authors, European authors,
Yeah.
Filipino? Just trying to like get like a real proper perspective because I was like, well,
Yeah.
if I'm going to diversify my perspective, I should properly diversify it. Because, like, that's
Hmm.
what I've done with my political bookshelf. Like, I have a bunch of stuff from Latin America to black revolutionaries to uh, feminist revolutionaries, like all that. Because,
Yeah.
in my
That's
opinion,
really cool.
as a political minded person, if you're attempting to be against any struggle, but you approach that without intersectionality, you're just going to be a fucking idiot.
No,
Um,
I agree. Like you can't have half measures on these kind of things, right? Like you should, commit to learn as much as you can and as many perspectives as you can.
all right, and as much as I
Especially if you're
want
going
to
to the
be
trenches in those Instagram comments, you got to know your
exactly,
shit.
exactly, you got to work hard.
Yeah,
Um,
not just anybody can do that.
no, no, not anybody can say dumb shit in a comment section.
Oh my god, comment section have been pissing me off lately. It's been
Oh,
some
bro, don't
real
get me
bad ones.
fucking started. Like, so we're gonna circle back to the Giovanni's room, but
Yes. Sorry
there's an
to derail.
idea. No, no, no. This is important. There's an idea in politics that is fucking disgusting me right now.
Hmm.
Um, there's a whole bunch of people who are like, "Oh, well, the America is rapidly descending into fascism. When is the military coming to help us? When are the police going to start arresting the people doing all these crimes?"
That is so dumb. It
It's
makes
like,
no sense.
I hope they come for you first. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Um, and there was
It's
this one dude
yeah.
who was saying like, here, I'll actually, I think I can pull up the post. Hold on, because this genuinely pissed me off so much, man.
Oh,
Um,
I mean, it sounds really dumb. Like they are by definition, right? Like governmental bodies, like there to defend
well,
government,
when
right? Like
for the first time ever, they're gonna start working on our behalf.
yeah,
Um, so
voluntarily too. Like the
of their own accord. So this dude said, making fun of a lot of how, and I do agree with this, how a lot of like communist and socialistic people um are very dumb in how they operate
mhm.
and how they set up protests. Because like Trotskyists, for example, I hate to call out Trotskyists. No one wants to read your giant newspaper.
No,
Um, we do. People are not reading newspapers. We do not have the time to be getting bogged down in nonsense. We cannot be trying to reach people where they are not looking to be reached. Newspapers
exactly.
worked back when Trotsky was alive because people read newspapers.
It's
You
the
know
only source of information, really, right? Like
exactly.
now it is not. Now it is a very antiquated source of information.
And this person said when the other leftists, which I hate the term leftist, but I'm not going to get in that rant. We'll be here till midnight. Um, when the other leftists schedule the protest at 2:37 p.m. on a Tuesday in a specific hard to find patch of grass with parking
Yep.
5 miles away. And it's like I've actually noticed that where it's like I'm looking at some like I'll walk downtown or something. And it's like, oh, I would go to this protest. It's like, oh well, I'm at work during it, and it's during a weekday, And it's like,
Yep.
fuck, I can't because it's like I cannot be homeless, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
and
You
it is a
need to work.
point of inadequacy in my own activism where I'm very very much a I'll admit to being a slacktivist. You know, it's something I'm trying to work on, but it's something I struggle with because it's like I do have a full time or I had a full time job and I'm going to college in September now. You know,
Mhm.
going to BC by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Shit, I don't even think I've told Ethan about that. Yeah, I'm going to
Wow.
BC. Um,
Where are you going?
Golden.
Okay, nice. And you're
Um,
going for school?
adventure tourism.
Oh, nice. That I feel like that's like a perfect job for you.
Well, right? Because I know I believe people care more about the environment and nature in general when they've experienced it, when they see what it is. Because people have these archetypal ideas in their head where it's like, oh well, the environment is trees and shit. Why do I
Yeah.
care? It's this esoteric thing. It's like, no, this is
Yeah.
real. This is how we survive, man. We have to take care
Yep.
of it for us to live.
I think
So,
that so many people cannot grasp that, especially with like the constant use of AI right now and just literally destroying our environment
oh yeah, and
for
people just
this
don't give
like
a fuck.
meaningless thing. Yeah, people don't care at all. Like it's
Like when
rampant.
I talk to people who engage in writing and I'm like, "Oh yeah," or well, sorry, they're like, I will not slander myself, and they're like, "Oh, I use ChatGPT to help me to like learn about it." Please don't.
Yeah.
Please stop. Write your own
Yep.
stuff. You are smart
Yep.
enough to any Critterpit listening and or any critter listening. No matter how dumb you think you are, you have a great work of art within you. It is not in ChatGPT. It is in
No,
you, and it is in you alone.
exact even if you think that you don't, right? Like you just do because you have your own perspective. You have your own interesting thing to say or just, whatever. Like
Right?
it's in you.
You're a human,
Don't
you
just
have something
rely on
interesting to
ChatGPT. Don't
say.
be lazy. Like what are you doing?
Right? What's the point of it? What's the point of doing
Yeah.
anything?
Yeah.
Um, you have it in you. So
Exactly.
here, let me read you this nonsense. So the person commented they saw a protest where they didn't want the protest in a visible place because they didn't want to be harassed.
So dumb. Like,
And the
what's the
dude
point of the
says,
protest?
Why are we here? The
Yeah.
point is to avoid getting shot by wanton law enforcement. Protesting is basically illegal at this point, so let's be real. And I said it's like protesting has always been persecuted.
Yeah,
Like it
that's
always
kind of the
has.
point. That's, like, by definition, right? Like, you're
Right,
protesting something.
right. And I see it a lot where people are like, "Oh, well, the police are after us these days. It's so hard these days. The CIA." Like I see like socialists talking about like, "Guys, we have to start organizing." And then I'll see some dumbass punk coming in and they'll be like, "Guys, what well, but the CIA, they're going to be after us." They'll be after you the second you do anything effective. Do it anyways.
Yeah. Yep.
Because my point was like during the 1960s, the civil rights movement was heavily, heavily, heavily persecuted. The FBI shot Martin Luther King, who was famously peaceful.
Yep.
Wasn't seen that way at the time, and people don't understand that. People are like, "Oh, Martin Luther King is this all peaceful, nice guy." Sure, that's not how he was perceived at the time, and that is not how he
No.
was portrayed. That is a new revisionist ideology.
Yep.
Um, but it was like Medgar Evers. Do you know Medgar Evers?
I do not. I'm not
So
even aware of the name.
he was a black civil rights activist in the 60s. Um,
Okay.
he was shot outside of his house by just a random white dude. Just followed him home, and or I
That's
think it was a
crazy.
Klan member, if I'm not wrong. And
Okay.
assassinated him in his driveway.
Brutal.
We are not like overwhelmingly modern protesters are not dealing with the Klan following you home and shooting you.
No.
Um, did
People are
MLK
getting,
be like
yeah, shot at the protest though, right? Like, that this is a thing that I understand having the fear there. I don't
I
think
do,
that
I
means
just think
that
it's like
it
it's
you
always
you
has.
still have to protest though. Like, yeah, like, it it's
Things will
still
not get
important.
better if we allow because the whole point of them shooting you at the protest is to make you scared. Like,
Exactly. It
once
shows
again,
that
I
your message
know
is somewhat effective, right? Like,
warning people or non-threatening people don't get killed. You know,
yeah.
um, it was like we like yes, it is scary, it is hard, it is dangerous, but it always has been. And
Yeah.
to act as though we are facing some unique evil lends that evil credibility and makes it more
Mhm.
scary. When people
Mhm.
talk about Trump and the oncoming set of fascism as this new unheard of thing, they make Trump a boogeyman. They make him this
Yeah.
unique evil that's like unbeatable. No, he's doing the same shit we've seen for centuries. Not centuries, sorry, for however long you want to say. Like we've
For a
seen this,
long time though, I mean, this is a story as old as time, really, that, like, somebody rising to that fascist level.
right? And the things he's doing are not unique. The suppression of free speech is not unique.
Yep.
Um, the FBI shot Fred Hampton in his bed. Um, they drugged him and shot him in his bed. They brought a ton of people and shot up the entire hotel lobby all the way up to his room. There has never been a time where protests of fascism and of racism, of brutality, have not been subject to extreme violence. The idea that we have to hide our voice and hide ourselves because of the threat of violence is nonsensical.
Yep.
The moment we start to do that, we may as well just, I don't know, not do anything.
Yeah, give
Like,
up. Ugh,
and
it it
it
it's scary.
aggravates me.
Yeah.
But it is scary, and
It's
I don't blame people for their fear. You know, it's like
no.
do you ever get that where it's like it's this thing that annoys me, but I'm not annoyed at the person?
No, yeah, because it's a totally rational fear, and it's, like, it's scary that it is.
It's
Like,
natural.
yeah, like, it shouldn't be, right? Like, in an ideal
I
world, like, you shouldn't be scared about going to a protest. Like, that should be
no.
just it's written
The fact that
into
you are
everything, right?
means that you need to,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah.
If you weren't scared, there would
Ugh.
be no need to protest.
Yeah. No,
Um,
exactly.
sorry
Terrifying.
about
Great
the
times, though.
rant, but
No, it's all good. I mean, we're just killing time at this point. We're still waiting for Ethan to get in.
it's like I feel a deep sense of dissatisfaction at times with
Mhm.
the general public, but that is cynicism on my part, and it's part of what has contributed to this, right? It's like this sense of cynicism, this sense of we are too stupid and lazy and cowardly to do anything.
Yeah.
I've realized it's something that I've been having to try to purge out of my own mindset is this sense of anger at my fellow people,
Mhm.
because it's like I
Oh,
realize
and
like
this is
I am the same
another
as you, you know.
yeah, exactly, and this is another, like, onset of it too, right? Of being, like, looking around and not just seeing, comrades and brothers, but, like, villainizing just the common person. Like,
Right?
it's crazy.
It's like the common because I unfortunately do believe the common person is kind of an idiot,
Yeah.
a well-meaning idiot and a good person, but an
Yeah.
idiot nonetheless. Um, or at least they've been made that way. Because I actually think it's
Mhm.
unfair to say they are that way. I think we've been deliberately made to be ignorant. We've been deliberately made to be
Es
anti-intellectual.
yeah, especially in the States, right? Like, where, like, being college educated or whatever is often seen as, like, a negative or, like, oh, like, double look. Like,
Char-
it's crazy that it's become that.
Charlie
Um,
Kirk's entire career is just being educated is bad. Going to
exactly.
college is bad.
Like, I
I
don't
mean,
know,
how many
maybe it's just my algorithm, but, like, I've never seen, like, a take of his that I was like, "Oh, like, he made a great point there," or, like, he was smarter than the
said
other
it in
guy,
a
like
convincing way,
yeah, exactly, I've never seen a clip where I've been like, "Oh, yeah, he like, the Kirk, like, he did well in this debate."
right? Like you debate children and you are
Yeah,
successful because you debate children.
exactly.
Uh, at least Tucker Carlson can stumble his way into a salient point. Although I also think people are way too friendly with him
Hey,
when
people turned
when I
around on
see
Tucker like that, like, so quick. Just
right
one
after playing the
interview.
most basic propaganda in the book.
Yeah.
Um,
What
being
what what are your thoughts on that? I wanna
on his interview with Ted Cruz
a bit
or
on
just
that, but I
Tucker
guess
Carlson in general.
just in general. I mean, I'm interested, I guess, in what you think of his interview with
So
Ted Cruz as well.
I'll start with the Ted Cruz thing just
Yeah.
because.
Yeah,
I thought it was very, very funny. Um,
it
but I,
was.
I like I like seeing that little fucking worm squirm.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I hate Ted. I hate Ted so much. That Canadian
Canadian
sack of
boy
shit.
from
Yeah, from
Calgary.
Calgary, I think.
Yeah.
Fucking slime ball. Um,
He makes Alberta look bad.
True. I do feel we do that enough on our own as well.
We do. We do.
But
He belongs here.
so I have maybe this is a different take than is totally common with
Oh,
the Tucker Carlson. Hey, and Ethan. Um,
hey, Ethan.
That sound okay?
you sound
Yep.
fine.
I'm on my
But
phone.
Anyway, we're talking about Tucker Carlson.
Is he
with that
British?
interview, I have a thought on it that it's like I get very scared when I see that. I don't like it. This might be conspiracy brained of me, but it's like that stuff is deliberate. It is
Mhm.
deliberate, at least on Tucker Carlson's behalf, because he knows Ted Cruz is an idiot who can't defend his beliefs.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Ted Cruz couldn't talk his way out of a wet paper bag, you know.
No,
Um, like
no. I loved all his Star Wars tweeting afterwards.
oh my god, AI
Like,
Star Wars too.
AI Star Wars being like, "Luke didn't know how many people were on the Death Star." It's like, dude, you think you're Luke? Like, I don't know, it's so dumb.
He also thinks
So he's
Star Wars
so
is
he's not
comparable to
based?
bombing Iran.
Yeah, exactly. Destroying the death like, he thinks Iran is like the Death Star, like, the analogy is crazy.
The
Like, I
analogy
don't know.
to
Because the
hold
Death Star
on.
was like a military base as well, like, Iran is not. The entire country of Iran is not a military base.
Are you guys talking about
Yeah,
the interview?
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Mm,
saw it and he looked pretty good coming out of it.
Teddy?
And he
The other guy.
Oh,
Tucker.
Tucker.
Yeah.
And see,
Or
that is the part that worries me, is because Tucker
that
is
the
doing that on
Overton
purpose.
window. That the Overton window. Is this an Overton window situation?
No, they're both on the far right.
Yeah.
The Overton window is like what is culturally viewed as right or left.
What is the
Like a
concept I'm trying to say then? I'm trying to say like it's gone to such a point where even a nut job like fucking Tucker is seemingly sane next to just the status quo.
I think
Yeah, I think
Tucker's
that's just
grifting here,
American
though.
politics. Oh, big
Yeah,
Oh,
time,
it's
big time.
it's a drift?
yeah,
What's
yeah.
the beat
Tucker
on
doesn't give
that?
a
What's the
He's trying
fuck
to get
about
people to watch him
Muslim
again.
people.
People don't care about Tucker, like, up to this interview.
Oh,
Well,
okay, that would
Tucker
make
used to have
sense.
the most popular show in the entire United States. He used
Yeah.
to get he used to average 4.5 million viewers on his show.
Yeah, and that's in the
Like
time of streaming too. Like he was huge.
literally the biggest cable news show on the planet or in America, I think. No, on
Yeah.
the planet, yeah. Um, but it's like the Death Star is equivalent to 90 million Iranian people is crazy. I will say that.
Yeah.
But when I see it, I get very worried because Tucker is doing that on purpose. There's a reason he picked a so like there are many different Zionists, right? Ted
Mhm.
Cruz is an evangelical Zionist. He supports Zionism because of the Bible.
It's so
He
dumb. That
supports
it's such a like it's so dumb.
right, but that's actually most Zionists. A lot of people have this conception of Zionism where it's an innately Jewish thing. Most Zionists are evangelical Christians, like the majority. Um,
I feel like they've been tricked into it too. Like I don't know.
I mean that
It's
also
so
is like evangelicalism is just a right wing
crazy.
offshoot of Christianity, right?
Crazy. I would love to go to an evangelical service one day though. Like just listen to that sermon.
See what they say. I get
Um
the same thing with like the
exactly.
Westboro Baptist Church. I gotta see what y'all are
Yes.
about.
Or I want to go to
Um,
like the snake venom like churches.
oh
Like
yeah,
that that would be crazy.
who's the fucking crazy-eyed prosperity gospel guy?
Kenneth Copeland?
Thank you. I want to go to one of his things.
Yeah, that would be
I
awesome.
love Kenneth Copeland.
You
I want
would.
to go on his plane.
I
All
love when
right.
he's like, "It's a tube full of demons. It's a
And
tube
then
full of demons."
when
We got to get
asked
some of
about it,
his
he
slop
puts on the
barrels.
most demonic look.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
when Tucker Carlson is going after Ted Cruz, he knows what he's doing, right? Because he's going after a Zionist who is a Zionist implicitly. Ted Cruz has
mhm.
never looked into it. Ted Cruz has never. I don't believe Ted Cruz has even researched anything. Ted Cruz is the man who retweeted incest porn on 9/11.
Oh,
Like,
oh yeah.
this is not an intelligent man. This is not a man who is known for his sophistry or for his ability to present himself as an intellectual. This is a
Yeah.
dude known for getting cucked by Trump on stage.
He was
Like,
almost president, Ted Cruz. Like if
ugh,
not for Trump, probably would have been him.
embarrassing.
Crazy.
But there's a reason why he went after him and not like an Elon Levy or even oh fuck, hold on, I have to look up a dude who was Epstein's lawyer.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. I can like picture his face for some reason. Like I know what he looks
That
like.
fucking slime ball, Alan
Old ass white
Dershowitz.
man. Yeah.
Um, right, there's a reason why he didn't go after either of those two, because although those two are wrong, there's plenty of people who I'll say are wrong, are propagandists, are liars, but I will not call them stupid.
Hmm.
I would put those two in that category. There's a reason why he didn't approach them because he knows that his kind of vague respectability politics are the exact same things they do, and they will fail. Um,
Well, he
it,
can't really back his points up either, right? Like what
no,
uh,
because he doesn't care.
Tucker
He does, it,
yeah, exactly. And he
oh,
doesn't want to go up like against a lawyer and argue. Like he knows he's obviously going to lose. And
oh,
also
and you
like
get
people
obliterated.
don't yeah, he'll get obliterated and also I don't think people care about that guy as much as they care about Ted Cruz looking like an asshole. Like everybody knows that Alan Dershowitz is like an actual demon. I don't know.
Mhm. Well, and Tucker Carlson also is not even against Israel, right? He doesn't care.
No,
He doesn't care
I
about
wouldn't think so.
colonialism.
Yeah.
He's actually explicitly a lot of Zionist politicians will make the argument. So you guys know about the right of return, correct?
Yeah, that's like the Is it like the birthright thing? Like,
The right of return is a legal concept regarding displaced peoples, and it's like you have the right if you are displaced to return to your home.
okay, I know what you're
Um,
talking about.
yeah. So Tucker Carlson has seen that, and a lot of Zionist figures will argue it's like, oh well, Palestinians can't have the right of return because then the Jewish people would become it. Sorry, I have the hiccups. Would become an ethnic minority.
Mm.
Um, Tucker Carlson
Oh
has
my
taken that
god.
and said, well, if Israel is allowed to be ethnically homogenous, why is America not allowed to be ethnically homogenous? He doesn't have any issues
Ugh,
with Israel. His issue is that America is not allowed to be racially
isn't
supremacist the same way or
that is
as
an
openly.
insane take.
Yeah, and these are things he said on the most popular news show in the world. you know, like Tucker Carlson had a dude on his show who said, "Hold on, let me pull up the exact quote so I get it right." Just
And
because
this
this
wasn't
is
even what got Tucker Carlson fired. Like, it, it's
uh,
crazy.
sorry about the delay, boys.
Oh, no worries.
I need a
No
producer.
worries. Why do you need a producer, Ethan? Oh, to look stuff up.
Yeah.
Keegan's our producer. He's producer and guest.
Would you like to produce all our episodes, Keegan?
Just sit in
I
the
don't know how,
background.
but
Oh,
I
Keegan, you
think
need
you'd
to
be
tell Ethan your news. That you told me. I feel like,
Keegan, you'd be a fucking killer, Jamie, I think.
yeah.
so here's the quote. This was Jesse Kelly on Tucker Carlson's, once again, most popular news show of all time. Uh,
Hmm.
Military were gays, just men who want to sit on a throne of Chinese skulls. Tucker Carlson does not
Huh.
give a fuck about genocide or racism. Tucker Carlson gives a fuck about presenting himself as reasonable. Because when Tucker Carlson
Yeah.
is doing this, he's courting a left wing audience. Because we've
Yeah.
seen a complete destruction of theory, right? Nobody reads theory anymore. Um, we've seen, I mean, a lot of people read theory. I'm being hyperbolic, but we've seen a lot
The
of people who
majority
don't
of
really
people are
have
not familiar.
right. A lot of there's no real sense of materialism among the left anymore, at least in my opinion.
Hmm.
So we have a lot of people who are left wing by aesthetic, right? They like the idea of it. That's what Tucker
Liberals.
Carlson wants. Tucker
Or
Carlson
even,
wants you
it's not that they
to
like the idea of it, but it's like they're anti-Trump or anti-right wing. Like,
right? And that's what Tucker Carlson wants. He wants to seem like a reasonable option. He's like, oh, well, this Tucker Carlson guy has some good points. Maybe I should look into his
ugh.
other stuff. Maybe what he's saying about the great replacement isn't all crazy. And that's what he wants you to think. That's what he
Oh
wants you to think.
God.
That's why he's courting a vaguely left wing audience. It's why it scares me so much when I see him pop off like that and get really popular. Because I know that's what he wants. He wants you to look at him and think, oh well, Tucker Carlson is reasonable now. He's not being the insane person he used to be. It's like no, no, no. He's still the same as he always was.
He's insane.
He's just courting you, and you're too stupid to see it.
Yeah. Which is so silly too, because it's like, do you think this guy like changed his mind in the last like 2 weeks? Like, I don't know. Why are you being tricked? We all
Um,
know him as Tucker Carlson already. Like, I don't know.
his oh, fuck, hold on, I have to look something up to make a reference. Shit. His clown outfit is just kente cloth pattern. Like
As a
just
reference that went
walking
right
around in
over
that.
my head, but I'm sure it's a great one.
Do you know the picture where like after George Floyd was lynched, Nancy Pelosi and them all did the kneeling in those kind of colorful cloths?
Oh my god, I do not, but that sounds insane.
Yeah, those I believe are called kente cloths because they're a Ghanaian style of handwoven. So I'm just reading right off of Wikipedia. Kente
No.
refers
Oh
to
my
a
god, I'm
Ghanaian
looking at the
textile made
photo.
of handwoven strips of silk and cotton. So it was like Tucker Carlson's clan outfit is just that, and people are like, "Bro, he's not racist anymore."
One of us.
Like, fuck off.
Uh, these
Read,
photos are
bitch.
embarrassing.
And then they did nothing.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. Wow.
What was the news I was
Well,
supposed
that
to
was
tell Ethan?
You're moving. You're going away.
Oh yeah.
You
Ethan, I got
got
accepted
through?
into that. I did. I
Fuck
did.
yeah! I'm so proud of you. I knew you would, though.
We we are
I knew
gonna
you
have to
would.
have a party for going away.
Yeah.
And also, I think
I'm
you
so
boys
proud of you, dude.
should in October. Thank you, Ethan.
I'm so
Your
proud of you.
support has
Great
meant
job,
a
man.
lot. Ah,
Yeah.
your support has meant a lot, brother. But
Fucking
I
light work
really
for a
want
guy
you
like you.
guys to. Sorry, what?
I said light work for a guy like you.
Oh yeah, you know it. Um,
Yeah.
I know. Recently, I've found as I've stopped wallowing in misery, things are actually starting to go my way. Um,
I
Crazy.
waffle. What's the word? I flicker between uh giving in to the misery and just locking in. And it's been a good balance of just wafting in the misery every once in a while.
Hopefully, not all the time though.
it's
No,
something you
just as a
need in your
treat.
life,
Just as a treat for like a week
just a little
out
bit.
of every 2 months, I get 1 week of wallowing in misery. That's my
Damn right.
system.
That seems healthy.
Yes.
I try to
Right now, it's
schedule it
at
for like a
once a
few
month.
hours per day.
Okay, yeah, fucking cut a
It's in
couple
the day
hours of the
planner,
day
only
out.
in the evenings. It's my
Ah,
panic attack time.
That's my morning. That's like waking up,
No, see,
and
when
then
I
I,
wake
I
you
up, I'm
shake it off
fucking
throughout
great.
the day.
no, my day is completely made or break about my first 10 minutes awake. My first like 30 seconds of waking up, I either decide, am I going to be depressed piece of shit today and go back to sleep and sleep as long as I can? Or am I going to wake up and have a great fucking day and love life and smell the flowers?
I can't let that happen. With every day would be a terrible day for me if I let that happen. I wake up, I'm like anxious, not ready to start the day. I gotta get moving, and then
Yeah, my
things
trick,
start going
Sam,
my
is
way.
I don't know. I don't know how to get moving. I need something. I think what I'm gonna start doing. Sorry, I feel like I'm
Okay.
derailing from your thing, Keegan, but we will wrap back. I'll just say this piece. I think I just gotta start fucking putting my phone in a different room when I
Mhm.
go to sleep.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. Just like just that little extra motivation to get up and about, right? Need to buy an
Yep,
alarm clock, and I need to just disconnect myself from this instant dopamine device that has every answer of the universe in it.
that is
It's
fair.
brutal.
I
I
think what helps with
You
me is that
boys
I have a job to get to right in the morning. Like
and fam, that's
that's
what's been so beautiful about this set, man. Getting up every day at 6 a.m.
yeah.
Like, we out here. It's
You
great.
gotta
I
get
love it.
moving. You don't have a choice,
It's
right? That's
great,
great.
dude. I'm having such a good time. Life
It's
is
awesome.
great right now. But then there's the
See,
horrors.
for me, it's genuinely just been going outside and not.
Yep.
What I used to do whenever I woke up on my days off was I would play NHL for like 10 hours and then it would be night and I would go to bed. And I don't even
That's
like the
it.
NHL games. They're bad games.
Yeah, you
Um,
explained this to me how you just play games you hate.
yeah, most of the time.
Just locked in.
Yeah,
You're just
dude, I have like a
Keegan,
few
you have the
hundred
unique
hours on NHL.
ability. You have the unique ability. I don't know if it's a masochism thing or not, but the unique ability to just lock into a thing that brings you utmost suffering.
I do.
Sounds
I
masochistic.
genuinely do. um, I get it with Madden sometimes, where I go back to Madden and I'll play Madden
Yeah.
like crazy for a couple weeks, and I'm like, actually, this game's dog shit. And then I'll go play
Beyond
NHL, and then I'll
all
be like,
the
this game's
misery,
dog
though,
shit.
there's so much misery. But Keegan, we are proud of you. The Critterpit Nation sends its love. You're doing great
Thank you, Critter
things, and we
Nation.
see you.
Yep.
Remember, you
But I
couldn't have done
really
it
want
without
you
Critter Nation.
boys. Oh, I couldn't have. I wouldn't have done shit without Critter Nation.
Yes, yes.
But you boys should come do the Kimberly Horror Festival in October when that comes up. Submit because it's like a short film
I'm
festival in
down.
Kimberly, and
Sounds great.
I'm
Kimberly's like an
down.
old German style town. It's beautiful.
Oh,
So
I
then we
think I
could chill in
know.
Kimberly.
Yeah.
What's the cutoff for that?
Let me see.
Hold on.
Because I have a feeling we've either missed it or it's coming up hot.
I mean, luckily you've got some stuff ready to go anyway. So
That's true. But I'm always looking for an excuse to shoot new
hey,
stuff.
Hmm. Let's see. It seems like it's in November this year. Doesn't seem to. It seems like you just email them if you want to submit.
That's baller. I like festivals like that.
If this is the same
Gang
Because
one.
around the tyranny of Film Freeway.
Yeah. Film Free was
and
so
because
easy
I
though.
Yeah, it's nice.
Depressing as fuck when you're just like looking at a page of rejections, but
Oh yeah, I got one of those today, man. It hits.
it
It
does.
hits.
Getting that because that email is like you don't know until you open it. Like it's like
Yeah,
the status of
yeah,
your film has been
well,
changed. And
you can
then
usually infer.
yeah, you know. Like how close it is to the date as well. I find like a
I
lot of the
find
time they let you
that
know earlier.
and I also find that usually the email is more tailored if it's an acceptance one. You usually get a
Yes.
second email from the festival
Yes.
itself, you know?
Yeah.
makes sense.
But for me, I went so crazy submitting shit last year or
Yeah.
last semester.
Oh,
And I
I
just keep on
submitted.
getting these random fucking emails being like, "Oh, sorry, split seconds or Video Doom didn't get in." I'm like, "I don't even remember doing that, so that's okay. That's
Yeah.
water under the
Yeah.
bridge."
Like it
I
would
had
be an
no
it'd
stakes
be
in
a
that.
very happy surprise to get into a festival at this point. I'd be
Exactly,
like,
that's
"Oh
how I
shit."
see it. That's exactly how I see it.
Because I remember when I
It'd
first
be
submitted to a whole bunch, it was like I was following every day, like
oh,
waiting,
yeah.
like but
Yeah.
I'm at
That
the
was,
point where it's like, "No, I don't
315
care."
last year. Now
Yeah.
I'm at a point yeah, exactly, right? I don't even remember this shit. It's like,
I
"Oh,
think for the
let's look at this.
next
Let's."
round of festival submissions or like film that we make, I'm going to like plan better.
Oh, of
Like which
course,
one specifically I want
EPKs,
to
all that shit.
submit to instead of just like shotgunning at a window or whatever, you know, like
I think that's fine for the smaller, like, Ben-esque projects, because it's
oh
like,
no, I'm
fucking
not knocking it. I'm just saying like I wanna put a little bit more like time and
no,
effort
yeah.
into looking for
The
like
way I see it, Samuel,
festivals. Yeah.
is, like, the more small Ben projects that I have less faith in and, we'll put on YouTube,
Mhm.
I'll shotgun those out to some festivals because that is, like, I don't lose anything at all doing that,
Yeah,
especially if I
exactly. All the
go the
free ones,
free
like
cheap
whatever.
ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, like, I either don't get in, nothing gained, or I get in, something gained. So, like, work. But, yeah, I think for the bigger projects we're hitting, like your Magpies or even Video Doom, honestly, I should have put more effort
Mhm.
into the festival rollout.
Yeah.
Just, like, when we got heat on our hands, we need to, like, fucking do a whole
And
rollout, yeah, plan out the
exactly.
festival launch.
And even like the timing of like, oh, I have to do this one first. Like even if you don't get in, just like knowing like this is the order that I kind of have to do it in.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I think that'll come in time.
Yeah, oh, and I think hopefully we're gonna get like a Ben business class to kind of help out with that stuff too.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
So many things to do. Oh my
Oh
god,
well.
Monkey. You tell him about the camera?
No, not yet. I was waiting for you.
You tell Keegan about the camera?
No.
Hit it, you fucking
Um,
cocksucker rat thief piece of shit.
I stole some money from Ethan and I
Yeah,
bought
you
Alright.
did.
myself a Black Magic design camera. Um, it's
What is
great.
that?
So it's just like a little cinema camera that Ethan and I bought.
Sorry if that's
So
a
now
dumb
Yeah.
question.
we can make our own movies whenever we want, and they'll
No, it's a
Oh
fucking nice camera,
shit!
Keegan. It's a
yeah
fucking sick camera. We're moving on
yeah
up in the world. It's,
exactly.
So
if you ever
Gone are
watch
the
Moral
days of shooting
Bumpkins,
everything on the DSLR.
DSLR's lovely. Like, I think it still will have its place, Sam, of
I
course,
no,
but
I agree. I just it's not going to be the primary camera anymore.
oh, no,
Like
dude, we can make it look nice.
yeah,
Nice.
when
Oh,
we learn
did
how
you
to
ever
color
watch
correct.
Moral Bumpkins, Keegan? Because we shot Moral Bumpkins on
like
one of these cameras.
you either showed me that or I watched it on my own time, but I have seen that.
Yeah, that
Great
one looks
film.
sexy as hell. That one looks sexy as hell, man,
Hmm.
and I'm hyped. It was
Yeah,
originally 2,000, and we talked him
it
down
was
to
originally
1,500.
2,400. I think it's important. The original price was
Oh, I keep
2,400.
forgetting that, dude.
Yeah, he had marked it down, and then we lowballed him.
Yeah, I told Sam, like, throw 1,500 because we were very wishy-washy at the start.
Yeah, well, it came together so fast.
Yeah, we
Like,
were like 2,000. Sam sent it to me, and I'll be like, "Oh, it'd be so cool," but like sending out 1,000, like 1,000
Yeah,
feels
it's a lot.
scary, you know?
Yeah.
1,000 feels fucked, but we
We should
kept on,
Oh,
like,
mention this
hyping
came
it
with,
up.
like, a V-mount battery charger, a lens, a full
Follow
cage.
focus,
Like, it's
oh.
got
map box,
everything. Yeah,
So, in a
um
sense, Sam, both you and me have stolen a camera from Ethan, or stolen for a camera from Ethan.
exactly.
but wait, but
Exactly.
fucking we gotta tell the whole beat by beat story because this came together so quick. It was, like, what,
Did.
Thursday? Thursday we
Was
were
it the
chatting about
same
this?
day that or was it like, did I send you
It
the
was
thing and then it was the same day that he got
yeah,
back to
yeah,
me?
it was, it
Wow,
was.
okay, yeah, that was quick.
We were like, "Thousands of scary." So I was like, at this
Yeah,
at this point, we were both like, kind of just joking around. Like, we're obviously not gonna get this thing.
yeah,
So I was
yeah.
like, throw 1,500 at him. Cause it's like,
That's such a low
I've
ball for
never
this.
seen somebody take a low. I've lowballed a few people, man. Like, I've been going crazy on the marketplace.
Yeah,
I've never seen somebody take a low ball like that. And he just
yeah,
took it, and all of a sudden it became so real.
yeah.
It was
Neither of us
so
were
real.
expecting him to take it. Like, Keegan, this camera's been on the market for, like, 13 weeks at this point. Like, I'm assuming that he sold it and forgot to take the ad down.
Yeah.
We should also mention that he's in Tabor. He's, like,
Mm-hmm.
middle of nowhere.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
Um, 5.5 hour drive for me.
Yeah. It was a journey.
It
And
was a
then
journey.
I gave him the date Sunday because I had it off, not realizing that I
Yeah,
had that day off. When do I have a Sunday off, right? It's because I
yeah.
fucking was on this set and I had it booked off. So it all came
So,
together. A few
yeah,
days later,
I
Sam
had to
drove up with
drive
Graham.
down with Graham, and we went to Tabor. We went to this guy's house. Like, he greeted us at the front door. His whole family was there. Like,
Yeah,
super
Graham
nice
was
guy.
describing it to me.
Yeah, super nice guy. Great family. Um, I don't know. It was surreal. Like, and it's in mint condition, Ethan. Like, it's
Oh,
beautiful.
shit.
Oh.
Sam, I need it, Sam. I
You
need
should
it.
have. We tried calling you. We tried calling you
I
many
to be
times.
fair, that was, as I said, I was not there because I had to be on set. I'd only
Yeah.
gotten 3 hours of sleep that night because I had to close the kitchen the night before. We closed at
Right.
12, so I was in there till 1 AM, couldn't fall asleep till 2. Woke up at 5 AM, couldn't sleep, and I was nervous about the shoot. Shoot starts at
Yep.
7:45, so I had no hours of sleep. Shoot goes for 12 hours. It's a lot of work. Go
Yeah.
home,
That's a long
decide I
day.
need to watch Night Porter because we really need to get a pod recorded. Immediately pass out watching that. Runs my whole battery down. Phone dies. Miss the camera.
It's a sad story.
I was very upset at first, Sam, because I really wanted to hit that camera, but I've calmed down. I'm like, okay, you did the drive. That's
Yeah.
okay. You can have the first round.
It's been
You
fun.
better be
I've
making
been playing with it.
good use of it. It's
I've been
motivated
playing
me
with
to
it.
like write a script immediately so I have an excuse. Like, I need it, dude. I have a script. Like, dude, come on,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, how much of July do you have off, Ethan?
The entirety.
You have the entirety.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to Calgary this
When
weekend?
depends on what I'm doing this shoot, man. I think we're still shooting. Is the weekend 7th, 8th?
That's after the weekend. That's next week.
Yeah, I think I'm on fucking all week, dude, this shoot.
Wow. Okay.
But weekend after?
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm gonna buy. There's like this really cheap fisheye lens that I really want.
Okay.
It's like a
Right
6.5
on.
millimeter.
I'd be down to hit Calgary, man. Some Calgary
Yeah.
action.
Yeah. It'd be good. Anyway, it's a very exciting time. So we got a camera. We're gonna make some sick ass projects.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm hyped. I've been telling everyone about that. Garrett's been going crazy. Fucking Kalen, he's on set with me, right?
Yeah.
He was like, he was fiending. He was like, where they
Was
at?
he?
Where they at? Yeah, he wanted to see that shit.
We
That's a
can't let
feeling of
him have it.
power.
He just wants to
No.
take it for himself.
Yeah. Oh, it was so funny, Critters. The fucking the night we were like locking this in, we're chatting to Kalen because he's the resident camera guy. He knows everything
Yeah.
under the sun about cameras. We're just making all these bits about him snaking us and fucking taking the camera for himself. It was
'Cause we
great.
sent him the ad the day
Yeah,
before.
that was the fuck up. I should have done screenshots with black bars.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't
but
snake us
he
like that.
didn't
We
snake
trust
it.
Kalen.
Nah, he would. He would too.
But even when Kalen was like, "Dude, if it turns on, that's a cop," we knew we
Yeah,
had some heat on our hands.
yeah.
And dude, $750 each, that is nothing.
For a
That is
cinema
not
camera like that and a
yeah,
lens, like
and
this is an
everything else.
insane deal.
Oh,
Yeah,
if it
we're
was
probably gonna need
1,000,
to buy another V mount battery. That's the only thing.
okay. How much is these?
Seems like we can get one for less than 150.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah,
Halvesies? Yeah, halvesies.
yeah. I don't know. Well, I need to look into it a little bit more, but
Yeah,
they're just on
that's not bad.
Amazon. I think we should
That's
get
not
one
bad.
new, like because
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah,
battery.
yeah. Two batteries at least. You want one on standby, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and like we can plug this into the wall, but it's
We're gonna be
nice to have a
around.
battery.
No, it's gonna be good, man. We're gonna make some heat, bro. And then fucking hype house and however long. Like it's like the time of cinema's coming together.
Yeah,
Time of cinema's coming. It's
exactly.
tiring though. Movies are tough work, man.
Movies are tough work.
This set
They
I've been on.
shouldn't
Have I
be.
mentioned this set?
No, I'm excited to hear about it. I haven't heard much.
Fucking blast, man. It's a fucking blast. I'm having a lot of fun, even though it crashes me out of sometimes because it's like, fuck, I have so much to learn. Like, I feel so inept sometimes. I feel so incompetent.
Mhm.
In the moment, that can feel very disastrous. But now that I've calmed down and I'm like not in that environment, I'm like, okay, these are learning moments. These are growing moments so I can become better at this craft.
Yeah.
Beyond those moments, it's a great time, man. It like, even though this is an unpaid thing, like fucking 12 hours 1 week long of this beats a
No,
single
that's
hour of
great.
like pretty good money up,
Yeah.
you know? Like it's crazy. I've been so fucking depressed lately working at did I say the word?
Um, maybe. What time are we at? About an hour in?
You can cut that, right?
Let me let me find a piece of paper to write that down.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this talking point coming into this pod being like, I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
I'm back.
I didn't know you left.
No, a bunch of shit fell over and I had to fix it.
That's good fucking pod content.
Great content.
Okay, you got that time code?
Yep.
Okay, so as I was saying, like fucking 12 hours days
Ah,
unpaid on this set beats even a single hour to pretty good money I'm making in my anonymous kitchen job. I have been
Yep.
so depressed working this kitchen job lately. Just all the responsibility I have, how little of a shit I give. Like I give a shit obviously, but it's like I have no passion for this shit, man. It's busy work. It's
Yeah.
soul crushing.
It
I
pays
love
the
it
bills.
still. Like I get pretty good money. I am comfortable with the amount of money I make right now. I'm happy with it, but it is
Yeah.
like,
You got a month off now though. Like you're chilling.
yeah. When I get confirmation on Ontario, I will. Obviously, I have to do the responsible thing and request some shifts, but hopefully, it'll be very part time.
Tomorrow, like is that happening tomorrow? We're getting that message?
That's what they said. July 3rd, was it?
July 2nd.
Oh, okay. So, better have to send a message to my boss being like, hey, you know that month I took off? So can we move that forward? And if you want, I can pick up some shifts, but we're gonna have to move that forward.
I'm gonna need more time off.
Yep. Which she's not gonna be happy about, but it is at a point where it's like they must realize that it's like I'm gonna do this either way. Like I'm gonna do film before
Oh
this
yeah.
job. Like
and if they don't,
I
fuck
hate it.
them.
Not even fuck them. I feel bad, Keegan, and I know obviously fuck corporations. They don't care, but it's more about like the people here. They have worked with me throughout the entirety of film school. Given me
Mhm.
so much time off, been so flexible in my schedule. Like, I will
They'll
feel
be
like a
happy to see
dickhead.
the arc.
I hope so. I'll feel like a dickhead if I have to quit over this. I don't think they'll fire me or it'll be anything like that. I think they will be like, yo, he's going to do this either way. And we could either have him for another year or not. And I think they'd rather
Well,
have me for another year, hopefully.
well, that's what I meant.
Maybe I'm
Like,
good.
if it gets to a point of like, oh, it's a whole issue. fuck them. If they understand it, that's
Yeah,
good. But if
it's
they
a
don't,
soft
fuck
fuck
them.
'em, though. It's fuck the
Yeah.
corporation, but the people. I love those people, man. I've been through fucking too much shit with them. Like, I genuinely think I'm gonna give the if I ever win an Oscar, I think I'm gonna have a big list of the crew and give them all a shout out.
I think so. I mean, some of your or at least one of your coworkers been on the pod, so
Yeah, we gotta get Grace
gotta get them
on.
all on. Gotta get them all on. We'll do
Just the
an
whole
interview
crew
when
up.
you finally leave. Yeah,
Would
Just
be
I'll
solo
tell
sick.
again and
everyone
have
who
them
I
all
am.
on.
Oh, man. Do you think they're all gonna be interviewed when I'm, like, the most famous person to ever live? What was it
I'll make sure
like
to interview
working
them.
like, they always say that every time. They're like, "Oh, I can't wait to be like, I used to work with that guy." I'm like, "Oh my god, this is pressure now. This is pressure to be big." It is very sweet, though. Everyone says
It
that. It's
is.
so sweet. My one boy, John, is always like, "You better remember me.
You son
You
of a
better
bitch.
remember me." And I'm like, I'm so excited if I ever win an Oscar to be like, giving my thanks to everyone and be like, last but not least, John. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at
Last but
you,
not
John.
least, James Wilson.
James Wilson. But yeah, set's been awesome, man. Fucking great people, lovely, sweet people. One of the ladies on it is the same individual from my previous, also anonymous job I had, film job earlier in the year,
Nice. That
which
makes
has been
sense.
it's always so cool to see the crossover, right? We
Yep.
got her, we got Jason Steele, who's a producer and acting in it, and then you remember Wanda?
Does he sing?
He doesn't sing, no.
Ah,
Wanda
lame.
sings though. Do you remember Wanda from
Nice.
Foxmud?
Wanda would be. Oh, I remember Wanda from Morbid Stuff.
Yeah, she's
Um,
singing, boy.
that's good. I
I
feel
don't know if
like
it's actually
her
her singing, but like
her
her character
characters,
sings.
and I mean, I feel like her performance is,
It suits
from what
it
I
a lot.
remember, like they
It
lend
suits it a
themselves
lot
to
better.
like a musical.
I
Um,
forgot to mention it's a musical, man. It is so cool seeing this
yeah,
shit. Like the music's not my cup of tea per se. It's very like High School Musical vibe. Um, but it's a vibe, man. It's a
it's
fun
fun though.
time. Like the songs are
Yeah,
good. They're earworms. Oh, I was about to sing them, but I don't want to fucking dox the set and maybe get myself in trouble. But
I'm sure all the viewers that we get. Oh, speaking of viewers, everybody should watch the Zombiers table read, and that's proof that I can
I,
edit a podcast if I want
I
to.
saw you throw that up, you fucking cheeky fuck. You
I spent.
cheeky fuck.
Have you listened to it? Because I spent so
No,
long. I stitched
I
that
don't
together
fuck with.
perfectly.
I
There's
don't
no
fuck with
uhs.
Critterpit. Did you cut out the? Did
There's
you
no
cut out the bit
pauses. There's
where
no
Elijah
laughs.
was like, "Is Ethan here?"
Yes. It is a
Why?
seamless table read.
I didn't know Elijah wanted me to fucking read for that. I didn't even know he knew I was there.
It is a
I was just
seamless table read.
I was playing my tongue drums, and he was like, "Is Ethan here? I need him to voice." I'm like, "Ah, I didn't know I was part of
I think
this."
he said that because we could all also hear the tongue drum in the back.
Okay.
When I got to Graham's place and played it, and heard him play it, it's so much softer than I thought it was based on
Right.
the
Okay, so you can
recording.
see I wasn't just being a dick, right?
No, yeah, it came through in the recording way more than it
I
does in
genuinely did
life.
not know, like, because Discord also cuts off non-voice, like,
Yeah,
speaking things. So you
yeah,
can see, like, I wasn't being a dick and just blasting it. I genuinely did not think it was coming through.
yeah. It was
It's
beautiful
fun,
though.
man. Tongue drums are addicting, eh?
Yeah,
My melody is so pretty. Did Graham show you my melody in person?
he did not.
Oh, that piece of
We
shit.
just kind of talked about how weird the like notation on it is.
I don't know what that means.
Like how it has those numbers on it, but they don't seem to be correlated to like a regular note system.
I don't know about any of that, man.
So you're into music now.
No, I'm off that.
Okay, good. I was worried.
Yeah.
You're onto the
Back
night porter
on
now?
I'm on musicals.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
really cool
you're
seeing the musical filmed in person. It's also I was about to say where it was filming at, but I can't do that. It's filming at a
filmed at a
location
local school.
from my past, and it's really cool. It's very surreal, right? It's a very surreal experience.
Had you been in there since the time?
No, I've never been. I've been in there once for like a tournament of some sort. It's crazy.
You'd invite Keegan to the set. Have a
I
little
should. Well, Keegan has a history of shouting expletives at them.
They
mm,
started it. They started that shit. I was
Yeah.
defending our school's honor.
Did you get an in school for that shit?
No.
Really? I thought you got in shit
No,
for
they
that.
just they told me not to say it.
then they winked and said, "As long as it's defending our honor, it's fine."
But yeah, this set is
Yeah.
really awesome. It's been a great experience. Also, that lady I was talking about from a previous set, she told me, Sam, she's putting me on a list of reliable people and individuals
Oh,
to
yeah.
call her A team. So that's hype as fuck, dude.
Now
That
you
sounds
gotta get
like
me
steady.
jobs.
That sounds like steady-ish work, bro.
Hell yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Hopefully. So is independent the route, Sam? I don't know. I
Independent's
truly.
great. I mean, you can do independent well in the union. Like, you don't
Oh, then
it
I'll
doesn't
just
have to
go.
be.
I'll do it all. I'll
Yeah,
do it all,
exactly.
man. Film is so like, it's tiring as fuck. Like, I kinda love with
Long
film, it's a
days.
full day. Like,
Yep.
a day is a journey. It is an emotional
Yes.
hurt. It is a climax. It is a I love that because for so much of my life, my days have felt hollow and empty and meaningless. Even though it's so tiring, I don't know, it gives me purpose.
You
Crashes
can
me out
form
hard,
form
but
relationships on these sets,
oh,
like,
yeah, the
make inside
camaraderie is
jokes with people that
awesome.
you've never met before, and then,
I need to
like, you
get
just
better
got
at
that.
that. There's been a few moments, and I think it's just because 'cause I'm so nervous, but, there's been a few moments where I genuinely feel like Craig Watterson from The Friendship, and I'm like, "Oh my god, can I not hang? Can I
Oh,
not
no.
hang, dude?" Just with, like, the grip
Did you
and
bring up the
camera
Marvel
crew.
movie? The new Marvel movie?
Yeah, I did. Fuck. No, just with grip crew because 'cause they're so tight, man, I don't know how to get in there, and I'm so,
Yeah.
like I just wanna make a good impression,
Offer them a
but I'm getting
cigarette.
in there. I followed one guy on Instagram. I'm
Offer
like
them cigarettes.
I'm doing well with the actors. I've been very chatty with the actors.
But
Oh,
actors love to chat.
there's been some drama.
Already?
There's this child, a literal kid from grade 9 on the set, and they're like it was somebody's, like, nephew or niece or nephew, and he was such an annoying piece of shit. I don't know if
Good
that's
actor,
just
though?
what teen. Huh?
Good actor?
Well, here's the thing. He was, like, supposedly a background actor, right? Who they brought in to be helping out with the crew, so he was with me and Kaylin to help, and, like, at
Okay.
first, I was trying my genuine best to, like, make convos with this kid, see where he's at, make a repertoire, and he just, like he would do this thing, and then truly tell me if this is, like, just what teenagers are like, I don't remember, or this kid is just fucking sucks ass. Every time I try to make a conversation, he would halt it in his track and find the nearest, like, through line to make the conversation about himself and pivot it to something about himself and halt
mean,
any discussion I tried to have.
I can't blame him for that necessarily.
What do you
Teenager.
so that's a teenager thing.
He's just trying to figure it out. I mean, I don't know. I don't know
Sam.
what the
Okay,
specific
let me
situation is,
continue.
but
He sucked, man. He would like me and Kayla would keep on talking and he would just butt in and like derail our conversation and
okay, that
just make
sucks.
either a bad fucking joke or fucking make it like be like, "Oh, did I ever tell you I was on TV? Did I ever tell you? Did I ever
Okay,
tell
I
you?"
take it back. This guy sucks.
Yeah, and then we'd be fucking doing our job, like wafting haze around a room or moving shit and be like, "Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me," and like try to fucking take it out of my hands
Make
to
it
do
look
that
like he's
shit.
doing something.
Yeah, and then he'd
Fuck
do it
that
for
guy.
30 seconds and then go to the library where the cast and crew were, or where the cast was, and just fucking disappear for 3 hours.
This guy sucks.
He sucks so
Hate
hard,
him.
Sam. And guess what? He was on set for 2 days, and now he's been kicked off.
He got kicked
Removed.
off.
He got kicked off because he was also flirting with the actresses and making them very uncomfortable.
He's like 14.
Yeah. Grade 9, bro.
God.
He sucked ass, bro. He sucked. Is this just what kids are like, or did he suck?
I think
Could be
both. I
both.
mean, yeah, you can't fully. I mean, you can, but like he's a
Me
kid.
and
He's trying to figure out. Can't.
I don't know if what me and Kaylin did was right because at first we were trying to, like, have
Did you get him
discussions, like,
kicked
off.
off?
Oh, no, not at all, like, it was just
Okay.
3rd day and me and Kaylin were wondering where he was, right? And then Garrett
Yeah.
told us. No, what I
Garrett
mean
got him
is, like,
kicked
at
off.
first, we would just be talking to him, right? And then
Mhm.
trying to make conversations, and we just realized that it just brought so much pain to us, so we just eventually anytime he tried talking to us, we'd just go, "Mhm, mhm." And I don't know if how dickish that is, but it's like, the film set's so stressful already in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah.
Can't be having this, man. I can't be having this.
Uh,
Oh, yeah, and then he was, like, fucking being like, "I'm going to Vancouver for film school, and I'm gonna be an actor."
is he going to Vancouver Film School?
I think
Rich
so.
kid.
Uh-huh. He's gonna be an actor, Sam.
Well, we got to get him in one of our movies.
I'd rather shoot myself.
Did you invite him to the pod? I noticed a lot of people joined the
It's
server.
so annoying, Sam. Made me want to die. To die, Sam.
Yeah. No, it sounds pretty brutal.
Oh, other than that, set's been awesome.
Now he's gone, so everything should be peachy keen.
I just have to get my shit together, be a better grip.
How was
Like
the
PA.
crafty been?
Oh, crafty's been great, man. First day was chicken and couscous and the salads
Oh
every
yeah.
day. The salads have been fantastic. Day
Hell
2
yeah.
was bagels and like make your own sandwiches, salads, and day 3 has been hot dogs, and I fuck up hot dogs, so I'm not upset at
Nice.
that. I even took one home with me.
Hell yeah. You gotta. If it's a free set, you gotta take the food.
Yeah. It's been great, man. I feel like I'm making connections. I'm disappointed in our entire class that not more like you obviously don't need this. The rest of our class though,
Is it just you and Kaylin?
just me and Kaylin, dude.
Really?
Well, Garrett was there. He's been there.
Well, yeah, but yeah.
Gage was there today. I don't think he's coming back tomorrow. Um, sorry, Gage, if you're listening to this. That just was the vibe I got. um,
Not
no,
coming back. You make it sound like you just sucked. Like,
no, he was great. It was just the end of the day.
yeah,
He seemed very like, and I get it, dude. Fucking, it's a lot of work, and he's not from here too.
right.
You know, he's not in Red Deer. That
He's
makes
not
sense.
one of us.
Gage, you did fucking great, dude. You killed him. You wafted that haze like a pro, man. It was great.
Classic PA job.
The rest of our class, man, like, come on, gang. We need to be jumping at more opportunities, gang.
Did you send an email to that thing that Dom sent?
It's it's in the middle of July, and I really need to know what's happening with
I sent them an email. I just like, try it. Whatever.
I mean,
If I can, I can't.
as soon as I figure out what's happening with Ben, and I know I shouldn't be, like, putting off so much time and, like, taking time off work for this Ben thing, like, maybe I'm as bad as everyone else, right, banking on it, but the way I see
You're
it,
not
man,
fully banking on it either, though. Like, you have another job. Like,
yeah, the way I see it is, like, I either get this sick Ontario thing going, which is like a lock that locks me in, that makes that's a great progression in life, or I don't, and I get a bunch of time off and I get to do other stuff and chill and just live life a bit. Make movies maybe. Look for
we'll
other
have to.
jobs. I don't know.
It, we're gonna make a short. Like, we're gonna do something.
Yeah.
We're definitely
No,
gonna.
yeah.
We're gonna make
It's
some
gonna
stuff
be
in
good.
July. Like, you have so much time off now,
It's
and
gonna be
I
good,
can so
dude.
easily take time off. We gotta just go make some stuff.
It's gonna be great, dude. It's gonna be great. I'm hyped.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. No, I'm hyped. Just class. You guys should have hit this, man. It's a great fucking time. It's a really fun set. Seeing a
No, it
musical
sounds
film
like it.
in live time, man. This ready rig they got, crazy gimbal steady cam setup thing. Crazy cool. Seeing
Big
all the
fan.
music performed, like some crazy choreography, like 30 plus people. It's really cool shit, man.
I was part of a musical in high school like that I filmed. Like I only went for like a day, but
Yeah.
man, the choreography, just everything was student led. It was so bad.
Oh, not
I
on
got
this
I
set,
got
man. The choreography goes so hard.
I'm really glad to hear that.
There like there's this one part where they're like moving a table around and all slapping it and getting up on the chairs. And even though I'm not that into the music, it's like, okay, I see what y'all are doing. They're like
You're
pushing in
feeling the
really quick with the
vibes.
they're pushing in super quick with the dolly, Sam. And we're like haze. I've never seen so much haze on a set. We are running the haze basically 24/7. And not
You
just
gotta.
vapes, big hazers. So we're getting some of that really volumetric lighting. We have all the lens flares because it's all like diegetic light, in there, the spotlights and everything. It's going
Mhm.
pretty hard, dude. It's going pretty hard.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's a great time. Can
Jealous.
feel very
Should have
demeaning
come up.
it can feel very demeaning sometimes being the lowest rung on the ladder, especially when you're not getting paid, but it's a great
Yeah,
time either way.
gotta start somewhere.
Gotta start somewhere. Gotta start somewhere.
I'd
You have
rather
to have
start at
something
the
to be
top though.
pretentious about later.
Mhm.
You know, the
Damn right, Keegan. Welcome back.
thank you. Sorry, I was muted. I had to was doing some top secret activities.
Keegan. I wish I wasn't on my phone so I could hit you with a soundbite, appropriately timed soundbite.
Oh shit!
I got it.
What'd you hit him with? Ah,
Damn.
shit. Critters, you missed a good one there.
Yeah, that's for Keegan only.
It's for the Patreon app. It's for the Patreon
Um,
version.
yeah, I'll edit it in. One sound effect. No, we can't go
Jeez.
crazy on sound effects now. Nah,
Wait,
nah.
Keegan, are you on computer?
Yes, I am.
Stupid. The only one who can't get sound bites. This sucks ass.
Oh, Ethan.
Okay. Are there any more
Oh,
life updates? Film shoot's awesome. Camera's awesome. Keegan's leaving us forever, but we're so proud of him.
yep.
What else is there?
We're gonna have to get in another in person Keegan ep before he's gone forever.
Yeah, absolutely. What else is there?
Should make it a
I
special
feel like
report. Hit something. Fuck, hit the Alpinist. I love that shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or
What else
14
has been
Peaks.
going
That one's genuinely one of the best documentaries I've ever seen.
Go watch my music videos. Those are pretty cool. What else is there? Yeah, I think that's everything that's new in my life. What about you guys?
I think we've been over it. We had a good like almost an hour before you got in, so
It's the longest
Yeah,
preamble
that's
we've
hype.
ever had.
I was kind of engineering that. I almost at a point was like, I shouldn't come in and I should just make this a Keegan and Sam app.
we
That would,
yeah. I mean, by the end we were rolling. We were
you want me to dip out? I'm pretty hungry.
no.
I'm
Keegan will share
pretty,
some of his chicken asiago with you.
I'm pretty
Yeah, the quote
hungry.
unquote Wendy's.
Oh, I'm also very doom pilled against all of society.
Yo,
We've already been over that.
Oh, I'm
We've hit
okay.
that on the pod.
I'm like so close to being a Luddite and destroying my phone with a hammer, you guys. I can't even.
you mocked me for saying that in the past, you fool.
Yeah, but you're hitting it for lame reasons.
Lambasted me.
You're hitting it for lame, not cool reasons.
Why are you
Well, I
hitting it,
only do
Ethan?
things for cool reasons.
Why am I doing it, you say, Sam?
Mm-hmm.
I keep on putting my face in my phone.
Well, you got to do that for the pod.
I keep like putting my
For the
face
pod.
through my phone screen, and I just worry my world's gonna be completely hallucination soon.
Maybe it already is.
I knew it.
One can only hope.
No, I can't even get into it right now, you guys. How fucking doom pilled I am against all of society. It will. We'll be here a long time. It's all fucked. It's all fucked. You. It's all fucked, people. They will kill us. They won't kill us. They will fucking. They want to keep us alive as long as humanly possible, as long as we make money for them, and it's all so fucked. They have reverse
Gosh, it's
engineered our.
good.
No, Sam, they've reverse engineered our psychology so that we're always giving them what they fucking need.
Just like in the Night Porter.
Boom. Me
Clean
and Sam are
as
on.
fuck.
Me and Sam are on this wavelength where I can throw a. What's the basketball term?
A layup.
I can do a layup and Sam can dunk it.
Lob. Lob is the term.
A lob.
Yeah, exactly. And then Keegan can fucking watch from the
Breakfast.
corner. Is there a third position in that movement in basketball, Keegan?
Is there a third basketball position? No, I think it's only lobs and dunking.
Okay. Well, you can be our coach. You can be our referee.
Oh shit! I'm Phil Jackson, but for Critterpit.
So that's how we got that
That's
clean
true. I
ass
mean, all
10.
your episodes, like every episode, is a three-peat, basically. You know,
That's how we
you
get.
turn
That's
us
how
into Michael
we.
Jordan and Pippen.
That's how we
He
got.
strikes me more as Dennis Rodman than either of those two.
All right.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
but I'm Jordan, right? I'm Michael
Yeah,
Jordan.
you'd be Jordan.
Hell yeah.
As long as Dennis Rodman's considered the GOAT.
Dennis Rodman is considered many things.
I'll take.
Friends with Kim Jong Un is one of them.
Yeah.
So
That's a fucking. How many people even know him, dude? To be friends with him, that's
how many?
crazy. Exactly.
Anyway,
So real quick before we get into the movie, because I assume that's coming up. I wanted to talk about
Coming up
like
down the
a
pipe.
semblance.
we're 2 hours in.
Uh,
Is it 2
uh,
hours? That's
Almost.
that's fuck.
there's like a sense of Orientalism. So I've been listening to like a lot
Oh,
of horror stories lately, like just kind of
Okay,
like
I'll be
internet horror
right
stories,
back.
right?
I'll be right.
I
he's not coming
um,
back. He's not coming back.
well, there's no shot. Um,
Yeah.
but I've been noticing like this kind of sense of Orientalism going on with indigenous culture a lot in online horror stories, specifically with skinwalkers, and it drives me fucking insane. Um, Because I was seeing, like, I saw a post and it was like, oh, skinwalker horror stories, which I already am like on the fence about stories that are like, hey guys, this other culture has big scary
Yeah.
monsters. Isn't that big and scary? But
Yeah.
and then the story was
I
set in
never thought
fucking
about that, but
India,
you're right. That is weird.
right? But then the Skinwalker story was set in fucking India. Skinwalkers are Navajo. That's like southern United States.
Well, I mean, they're both
It's in India.
Indians, right?
That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. Um, and I've just noticed that there's so
I just did a little badumts to the critters. They can't hear it. Just for Keegan.
that was good.
Thank you.
Right, there's this sense of like Orientalism where it's this big scary monster, and like a Wendigo is like that too. Like you'll see the drawings of Wendigos with like the big horns. That's not the
Mhm.
legend at all, right? That's not what the mythology is at all. And I
No?
think with the big horns, no.
Okay.
At least to my
Interesting.
understanding, it's not. Maybe I'm just completely wrong, but
I have no idea.
from
I'm
what
not.
I've read, big horns is like a just an addition. Wendigos are typically more gaunt because it's a they're- how one is made in mythology, right? Is in a time of extreme starvation and whatever, someone resorts to eating a person, and then they become insatiably exhausted by the prospect of eating human flesh, and they become like a human eating thing, you know?
Oh, okay.
And it's a morality fable, right? Just like any other. It's about in times of extreme struggle, don't eat people. That kind of destroys society. And in a like in a uh especially prior to like advanced farming techniques,
Mhm.
that would happen. Like these times of extreme starvation happened. It's part of why the famine happened in the USSR. Was like um they were rapidly industrializing, and they had previously been wrought by famines for centuries, like cyclical famines. We see that
Yeah.
in any place that doesn't have organized farming. So it's like we're taking things that are about like morality fables, I'll call them. That's a bit minimizing them, but morality
No, but
fables,
I
right?
think it gets enough of the point across. Like I understand what you're saying.
Right. Um, it pisses me off so much because it's like I don't have any issue with you using a cultural monster, right? If it's something that you think is really interesting and can be a good vehicle for a story, use it. Just
Yeah.
actually fucking research it. Why are we having Skinwalker stories set in India? Why are we having Skinwalker stories in Canada? Like, Canada has its own mythology. Like, believe it or not, indigenous cultures aren't a monolith with the big indigenous culture scary monster book. Uh,
What?
right, Sam? I know I might be the first person to say something like that ever,
I've
but
never heard, as an indigenous man myself, I never heard anything like that.
right, right. This is the conversation that Chinese and indigenous cultures need to be having with each other.
Exactly. We're not all the same.
No, no, and it just
Yeah.
it annoys the shit out of me because it's lazy. Nothing annoys me more in storytelling than laziness.
Yeah.
Fucking tell your story. Do we want to get into
Exactly.
Night Porter now?
Well, where the fuck did Ethan go? We're lost and alone.
Is he
Anyway, all
coming
of this
back?
is to
Do we
circle
believe he's
back
coming?
because we got off on a this is all from an original tangent of you recommending a book that we never got
Oh
back to.
yeah, Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin.
We're finally
Um,
back.
Thank you. That was a crazy pull on your part there.
I couldn't leave a string dangling, I like these episodes to be clean in that way.
So what I was talking about Ethan recommending me read more fiction so I can like actually, have a decent foundation. I was reading this book and I'm caught up in the way Baldwin describes things because the
Okay.
book is about a gay dude in Paris in the 50s, right? Right.
Yeah.
And
A good time.
oh yeah. And it follows him because he's proposed to his fiancee and she has been sailing to Spain to think about it, right? To think about his proposal.
Okay.
And he starts an affair with a young man called Giovanni. And it's kind of just like once again, I'm still very early into it. I'm like obsessed with the book so far. It has drawn me in. And it's just like the way he describes things, like I love it. Like here's a
It sounds very
passage
interesting.
from it that I love. Stand at the so this is like the first page. This is like I know it's corny to be like this is the first page of the book. Here's something cool, but
But
I
still, I
love
mean, if it
this.
hooks you in, right, then like,
I guess that is the point.
yeah.
So
If
I
you got a
stand
shitty
there,
first page, what's the point in reading the rest of the book, I say.
right? Same with like the first 5 minutes of a movie.
Exactly. It's got to hook you.
So my face is like a face you've seen many times. My ancestors conquered a continent, pushing across death-laden plains until they came to an ocean, which faced away from Europe into a darker past. I don't know. It's James Baldwin is a black writer who was gay. So like his
Hmm.
writing, I don't know, very affected by marginalization. I don't know. I thought that description of whiteness was really interesting, and the foreword, because so I lost my first copy, so I ordered a second, fancier copy.
Wow.
Um,
So you're really
and
locked in. You got to love this book because you have the fancy copy now.
I have the vintage international edition.
Hell yeah.
I'll send you a picture. It's very pretty.
Please.
Um,
That sounds beautiful.
but
Uh,
and it was just sorry, I'm very hot, and I fucking suck at thinking when I'm hot.
No worries. We've also been on the air for nearly 2 hours now, which is
We've been crushing it though.
yeah, it's been crazy. Ethan keeps abandoning us. It's brutal. He texts me to say that he's doing this because he needs to get a hot dog.
But right, and that it I don't know. the white queer experience is very unique, right? Because you have an ability to somewhat hide your, what do I want to call it? So
You be
um,
careful.
I'm going to speak of this as a person who has thought of their own queer identity at times, right? Like
Mhm.
you as like as a white person have the ability to kind of hide your theoretical sin, you know, because most people look at you and are going to just see nothing suspicious most of the time, unless you're like
Yeah,
outwardly presenting. Um,
yeah. Presenting in the stereotypical way that they
right?
think,
And
right.
I love the way that Baldwin describes kind of that like repressed sensuality, that guilty sensuality.
Mm, right.
And oh, genuinely, I would really recommend the book. It's really good. It's hard to describe because I'm
No,
only a little bit into it.
I I know what, like, the vibe you're describing. It sounds very interesting.
All right, because it's
I should
about
pick it
his
up,
secret
or at least,
affair and
like,
trying to like understand and come to terms with his queer identity while also living the lie of being heterosexual. You know.
yeah, and that was called Giovanni's Room?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Also, did you
I'm
see
all
the
there.
picture I sent you?
Where did you send that? Was that
Instagram.
I see it now. That is an awesome,
Isn't that
cover.
pretty?
Beautiful cover.
No.
I thought so.
Ethan's
And
back.
I only like I
Oh,
poured
that photo.
Powerade on my old copy accidentally and then lost it. And then I fucking found it in a couch cushion. So I just
Thank
have two copies.
God.
So I'm starting a library, but only of copies of Giovanni's Room.
Yo,
100 of
Keegan's
them.
been cinema pilled.
I have.
Yep.
You've been seeing my letterbox raids?
Have we mentioned this?
We talked about going to the library and how wonderful it's been.
I said that I
Yeah,
felt
Keegan's
terrible because I was
fucking.
watching Nosferatu and realized it wasn't for me.
That's a great
And
Yeah.
I was
film.
so pissed watching a movie that I knew was a banger, but it just did not
That
work
movie
for
is a
me.
banger. That movie
I
is a
like
banger. I watched that. I watched that Christmas Day. That movie's a banger.
I just couldn't like I could not get into the second half. I just fucking fell off a cliff.
I was all in on that movie, man. But I understand.
I see
I
why.
understand. That might have
And it's
been when
like
I watched The Witch. I gotta rewatch
Mm.
The Witch.
and it's one of those movies where it's like I can't I have to watch how I critique it because there's so many fucking idiots who critique it in a dumbass way. Like when I was trying to like look up because I was like, why didn't I get into it? And I made the mistake of getting involved in film discourse on the internet.
Oh, never
And
do it.
I was seeing people being like, first of all, like oh fuck, what's his name? Thomas Hutter is a cuck was one I saw a lot. Like, fuck are we
That could
talking
not
about?
possibly be projection.
What are we
That could
talking
not be a
about?
projection.
Like,
That is an issue with the film. That has nothing to do with the audience. That is an issue with the film. Let's
not
be
at all.
real
Yeah,
here,
Well,
that's
he is a
folks.
definitely
cuck
not
though.
the audience.
Let's be real here, folks.
He is absolutely a cuck.
You
I
know,
think that's
yeah.
just Nicholas Holt's vibe.
Well, he gets cucked by Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
And actually,
No,
I
that's a
do want
great
to say
movie,
what I
man.
like. I loved the set design, the costumes.
Dude, I
I thought
love
it
the
was
fucking
shot really neat.
blocking in that movie. Yeah, the blocking and how it's shot is fucking sexy, man. The lighting. Ugh.
I don't know what
And
it
I
was.
just
I
I
just got
really
locked out of the second half.
I really liked Aaron Taylor Johnson's character just fucking descent into just losing everything. That shit went hard, I remember. Also,
I have to
Willem
agree.
Dafoe. Willem Dafoe's awesome.
Fucking
That main
always plays
performance,
a
what's
good
her name?
weirdo.
Lily, is it Lily Depp?
Lily Rose Depp.
Yeah, she's great, man. She's great.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a great movie. But I understand, Keegan. You
It
know
was
what's
a
a movie that's
terrible
also
feeling.
not for you know what's also a movie that's not for everybody?
Night Porter.
Perfect Days, apparently.
I can see that.
David didn't
Where
like
you
Perfect
think
Days.
David?
Right?
Our David.
Give it a 6 out of 10.
Oh, okay. He still liked it though. Did you give it a heart?
No, he doesn't give anything hearts. He's given 2 movies
Oh,
hearts.
okay, that's fucking bullshit. I don't have an issue with the rating. I have an issue with, for the principle.
Okay.
So watched Foreign Correspondent. I really liked it. It was very good.
I
I
also
thought
watched
the
a movie recently,
propaganda
it was
piece was
called
neat.
The Night Porter. It was
Shit.
Happy
a good one.
Canada Day.
Happy
Happy
Canada
Canada
Day.
Day.
Tell me about the Night Porter, Sam.
You tell me about The Night Porter, Keegan. I think that you've watched it
Oh,
and maybe wanna give a little introduction for it.
okay. Fuck that. The Night Porter is weird. I gotta say. I gotta
Very
say. I
weird.
also, I rocked with it much less. Like I at least could appreciate Nosferatu. I was there was moments for the Night Porter where I was like, okay, I see what we're doing. Sorry,
There's
I'm giving
a
a terrible opening.
Kinda rocked with this movie.
I know you did. There's a lot I do rock with. There's a lot I do rock with. But Keegan, what's this movie about?
So it is about a lady who was in a concentration camp, getting it on with a concentration camp guard who like was the at her concentration camp.
Not
Fake
just a
doctor.
guard, a doc.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
ran the camp.
a
He
quote
pretended to
unquote
be a
doctor.
doctor.
Yeah, no, it's fucked, dude. It's fucked.
I kinda love how fucked it is, though.
It is.
And
I was just locked out.
Yeah, it's fucked. I don't know. I almost feel like it's not fucked enough sometimes, but
it's
Yeah,
pretty
I don't know.
fucked.
yeah.
It's
It,
very fucked.
oh, it's
Like, there
fucked, dude. It's fucked. I don't know.
I
there
definitely got some of the critiques that I read where they were saying it felt too romanticized at
That's
points.
kind of what I mean when I say it's not fucked enough. Like I feel
he was
like
so
Yeah,
Stockholm that, like,
it
oh,
was
she was not in
terrifying.
absolutely.
control.
But I feel like a Holocaust story needs to
Right? It was what I
properly
said earlier.
grasp the because I'm not inherently against this story. I do think this is a compelling story to tell, right?
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, but like I do think you should lend more gravity to the fucking but
I
also then
found I found
that
all of
gets into the
the,
conversation if that's too like trauma tourism or whatever.
I liked all of the, like, Super 8 footage that they interspliced.
Oh yeah.
Um,
So yeah, if we
I
want to
thought
get
that
into
stuff was
that,
quite effective at, like, showing how I don't know, just yeah, how
if we want to
dehumanizing
get
the
into
whole thing
that,
was.
that's the bits that I absolutely loved and adored about this film. The formalism of this film is fantastic. Like the way
Yeah.
this film is shot is so good, man.
Yeah.
So good. This film is like its use of mirrors throughout, man,
Oh,
especially.
it's
So many
great.
shots where like it'll start as a mirror, you don't even realize it, pull out, it'll be a single and turn into a double with the mirror shot, man.
Yeah.
It's really
And
cool
this is
shit,
something
man.
as well, just like a virtue of the way that Italians make movies, but I think the dubbing in this movie works so well because it
Oh
is these
yeah,
characters
it's a
who
little
are like
jarring.
pretending to I don't know, not pretending, but just like have assumed different selves. Like they're like, I have
Yeah.
a guilt
Yeah,
complex about this, but they're
they're
pretending to be other people
pretending
now.
they're
And I think that
pretending
that's
to be
great.
reformed.
Yeah.
Pretending to be reformed, right? That part's super
Yeah.
compelling too.
And so
That's
I think
why
that like the weird audio shit with that, like that works for me.
and just the formalism, especially how they introduce the whole like Holocaust imagery in, where it'll just cut in, and then we'll cut
This
into
is
scene.
when this stuff started, I was shocked that you guys both gave this like not great glowing reviews because I was like, this might be
For
fucking like
me,
incredible. Like,
oh, I think formally it's fantastic, but I do think it comes to a conversation where I don't know. For me, I genuinely don't know if the substance is there. Like I think it's compelling. It's very compelling.
There's
Like
moments for me.
yeah, right. Like it's very compelling this dynamic and the whole thing with the SS officers who are like pretend like they've had their
be
trials, I guess.
reformed. Yeah, they've
I
all had the
don't
trial,
know if
but
the
they've all, like,
trials are
fucked up the
real.
trials.
Like,
I don't think so.
right? Because I feel like they'd fucking not be where they're at if they were real. I feel like they're these mind trials that they put each other through to like have this weird constructed sense of reformed and like guilt being relieved because they've faced their crimes, but like they haven't, and I found that very compelling and very interesting. I just think it's the fucking Holocaust, man, and
Yeah.
it feels very romanticized throughout.
But
We
we're
And
talked
seeing
about
this
this
from the
earlier.
perspective of a Nazi, like, from a
no,
who doesn't really feel maybe that bad, like,
Doesn't
yeah, and
seem
if I
all
viewed it
constantly
more
talk
under
about how
that.
they're trying to, like, they still wanna finish the mission, like, they're in it,
Oh
like,
yeah,
I
they
don't know,
seek
it's
hail and
crazy.
stuff, but
Yeah,
it's just imagery, and I think maybe that's just a remnant of, this movie viewing it now in 2025, the year of our Lord, and just
yeah,
how fucking prevalent Nazism, Nazi bullshit is, right? Where it's
yeah,
like that imagery's not that shocking, unfortunately. Like you see that shit in our society pretty consistently.
mhm,
Being online in any online space, you'll see that shit. That shit is not that shocking. And there's so much rampant like Holocaust is not real, Holocaust denialism. And I just think it's a little, I don't know. I just maybe this movie is a victim of how things have progressed, right? If the Holocaust was still this thing that was, you know, an undisputed tragedy, I don't know. I'm rambling, but you get what I'm getting at?
Well, I
I
also
kind
think
of understand what you mean, but, like, I don't know that I fully agree, because I think that a lot of
It's
the
just
things
how
that they
I
do,
feel.
like, show in the movie are, it's very powerful and, like,
Mhm.
sensational. One of the flashbacks that, like, really sticks out to me too is when it's in the camp, right? And all of a guard is raping one of the people. But
Was
the
that a
lead
guard or was
female
that
character.
a fellow inmate?
No, that was definitely a guard.
Okay,
Um,
wasn't sure.
and everybody else is hiding except for our
Mhm.
girl. And, like, I don't know, like, that stuff was really like, just
And
like,
that being the first time that he goes after her too, right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's
And then
yeah.
I really like their dynamic through the whole thing where he is completely in control, like, not in control of the situation necessarily, but in control of her. And, like,
Mhm.
yeah, it's just
that
the movie is never like, "This is a good relationship," right? Like, it's
that is one of the
terrible.
things I felt was compelling. Was kind of that narrative of like um, how abuse destroys your brain,
Yeah,
and it always will wind up with you putting yourself back in the arms of your abuser, just because of that sense of normalcy, that inherent degradation, right?
yeah,
And we saw that post World War II, where there kind of was a weird birth of Nazism in kink due to related traumas from it. Like it's this weird thing where people they're abused, traumatized, and they form this trauma bond with this person, right? Where it's like
yeah,
that's the only person that can give me worth, can like this person owns me. I am their property. I thought that was one of
mhm,
Yeah,
the
your brain
I know I like
adjusts.
right. The movie, the one thing I want to give credit for is there's a fucking pit in my stomach the entire time. Like I
yes.
was disgusted the entire time. Um,
Yeah,
ugh,
definitely.
dude, I actually hated watch. I think that was part of why I didn't like it was I was just so fucking uncomfortable. I hated it. Like I was rooting
Yeah,
for her to get away every scene, and she never did.
Nope.
yeah.
And man, it made me sad. Like
No,
genuinely, I was so
I
fucking
definitely
sad.
liked the movie. I gave it a positive review. I just think
Mhm.
I'm still
I did not.
grappling with a lot of the concepts of it. I
I
don't
go
know.
back to what I said earlier, Sam, about the it's a hard line to walk,
Like,
and I
earning
just
the
you're earning the brutality and just that kind of like exploitation aspect. And not that I'm accusing the movie of it or anything, right? I don't want to be like fucking a Puritan about film. I was just like, ugh, I don't like seeing it. Like, I don't like it. I don't like movies like that. I
Well,
don't
yeah,
like that.
I don't like movies like that either, but to me, I think that this did earn it. Um,
Oh,
and
I won't dispute that.
like
That's still kind of what I'm
the,
grappling with. I don't know. It's
these
a
characters are
it's
They're
a
tough.
so like
loaded subject
despicable,
matter.
and I love like I like the lead. Like I don't like him as like as a person or whatever,
Yeah,
but
the
like I
performance
really
is
like the
compelling though.
character. Like
Yeah.
the
He's fucking
character is very compelling
evil.
because
He's
this
meek.
he's
He's
evil,
meek
but then he becomes this like hotel concierge, like an
and he's so
incredibly
meek.
competent concierge. Like
And he's pretty meek, man. He's a meek little guy who just goes about his business,
He's
you
a
yep,
guy
know?
you
he's a
can meet.
church mouse. That's what they keep saying, right? Like,
Yeah.
but
It's very
I think
compelling and
like
then just
I don't
has
know.
these
He reminded
moments
me a
of
lot of like Gustav H from Grand Budapest, where like
Yeah.
I think there was like a pride in him being good at like being the night porter, right? Like
Yeah.
he was satisfied in that work, which I think is such an interesting like thing, and you don't see for like this like villain, right? You know, like
Yeah.
you don't see that in a lot of movies.
It's a load. It's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
I
A lot
When I
going
was
on.
reading about it, I definitely got the critiques where people like, especially from Jewish groups, where they were not happy with it at all. Like I
Yeah,
got
No.
it.
right?
I get where you're
And
angry
that's
at the film. I get why you dislike it because it's a struggle for me because it was like I see what it's going for. I thought it did a good job. Also, kind of the banality or banality. How do you say that word? I don't care. Of brutality. You know,
Mhm.
like Oscar
yeah.
Dillwanger is one of the more famous brutal Nazis. Right. If you ever want to have a horrible time, look into Oscar Dirtlewanger, and the only way
Okay.
he was only ever caught after the Holocaust because some random Polish victims of his identified him as he was at a
Hell
hotel.
yeah.
Like a lot of
Oh
Nazis
shit.
just started living meek lives.
I
Yeah, I
wonder if
think it was a
there's
hotel.
any inspiration from that for this.
Perhaps,
Oh, I'm sure
especially
there's
from that
lots of
meekness,
stories like that
because
going around.
Dirlewanger was a pathetic little pussy. You know. Um,
Oh, they all if you're a Nazi you are, I think,
yeah. Well,
by
he was
definition.
uniquely bad. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
other Nazis were disgusted with how bad Derlanger was.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
brutal.
fucking
Um, right? So it's like that is the one thing I actually like. The things I liked in the movie, especially, were like that I don't know, the dynamics of abuse, right? How abuse
Yeah.
victims become almost in their own mind property of their abusers. Um,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and also just
Like
of that is how cruelty is, that is how extreme cruelty operates. It's just a thing that happens, and then these people go fuck off and try to hide.
yeah. And it's so compelling just exploring like how we're related to our past and how we try to like justify or live with our past, you know? Like
Mhm.
that's what I found super compelling, just that like and it all comes back to the formalism. Like that's the part I really love in this movie. Just the way they would just seamlessly edit in those fucking flashbacks. It'd just be
Yeah.
mundane life going to a hotel and just flashes of like some fucking pretty awful Holocaust imagery. Like
Yeah.
Like the one
very
where she's
formally
doing
fucking sick, man.
one where it flashes back and she's doing the weird dance around around the other
Yeah,
guards.
those masks were so scary, bro. The
Yeah.
masks
Dude,
they were wearing.
horrifying scene.
Or how about the one I forget the exact cutting it was, but I think it was cutting from her in the fucking like the swing ride
Yeah, I wanna that's the first one that we see.
into the like spinning of the cameras in the concentration camp, was it?
Yeah. Yeah, and you
That
hear all the
was a
voices and, like, people getting like, the
fucking
music or the soundtrack goes from, like, the carnival into, like, the train into the, like, concentration
yeah,
camp, and it's like, that's so good, like, formally, it's
yeah.
just, like,
Formally
mind-blowing.
fantastic film. There's
Yeah.
no debating that.
See, and that's something I
That
don't think
I'm
I
hyping
have the
myself up.
knowledge to
This
appreciate
movie
as
might be
much.
yeah.
well,
So
like
maybe
even just the
that's
shot
something that I can
composition,
get
I'm
from
sure
you.
you can appreciate that, Keegan.
Oh
Like
Mhm.
yeah,
the
I just
fucking
mean
the
like
Like, it
the
looked
first
great.
technical
time
aspect.
The fucking first time they meet again, man, and it's that long take of them like, I think it's a one take, that whole sequence, of
Like
them
in the
wrestling
hotel room.
around. Yeah.
It's broken, but it is a long take. You can tell because there's a little hair in the gate.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's what it was. There was a fucking hair, man.
But it's
Saw
a
that
long
shit.
take.
So
Yeah,
there's 2 or 3 shots, cause that one long take is the whole thing.
yeah.
Yeah. And then the
It's almost like I
final
wish they just used the one long take because they go, like, through the full range of emotion in it. Like, it's
Oh, yeah. That was a shot where I fucking the long gear was kicking in
yeah,
for me.
yeah.
And then just the ending fucking shot of that with the door open and the cone of light reaching over her and his silhouette in the doorway. Oh my
Oh,
god, you guys. Oh my god. Fuck.
great movie.
I did also like
And
when she made him step on glass. I enjoyed him stepping on glass.
A little prank. And
then
then he
putting
grabbed
her hand.
he oh, put her
Yeah,
hand under and stepped on it.
You
yeah, that
do you
was
like that
less
part too, Keegan?
enjoyable. I forgot that bit. No,
I don't know.
I
Like
remembered him
you
stepping on
can
the
see
glass.
you can see where me and Keegan are coming from with this, right, Sam?
I
Like
can.
like
Right.
this is a film that formally is hitting on all cylinders and on a narrative level is throwing just so many ideas at the wall, right? It's just
I yeah.
in that collection of ideas and themes it is throwing at you, it's getting a little I don't know, it's getting crazy with it. Crazy
It
style
is
with it.
I don't know, to me that still worked. Like it really it stuck. And I like it's a movie that I won't forget about either, you know, like I just
Yeah.
you don't see many movies with he's the protagonist of the film that's so despicable and like you don't like him, but like he's so competent in it, right? Like
I'll counter you The House That Jack Built.
yeah, but that's one movie. Like, you know what I
That
mean?
movie sucked. Yeah, no, I'm joking. I'm shitting on you.
Yeah.
Um, I just I it just felt a little I don't wanna say cheap, but I don't know.
There were
It just
moments where
felt
I felt the balancing act was like they fell off the rope for a second. 'Cause
yeah, like, there are
there
moments
were
there
bits to
were
me where it was like, "Okay, what are we doing here?" And then
and
there's moments
especially
where I'm fully locked in and fully horrified.
if it wasn't so well shot formally, I think I really would not like this movie. I think this would be like a Solo level, like, "This shit fucking blows chunks" type thing, right? Um,
Yeah. It has
but
the formalness adds so much to it though. Like I don't know.
yeah, oh, especially, definitely. But for me, it feels a little cheap. I don't know. It feels a little exploitative at a lot of points. It feels a little just like this is a really fucking interesting story they're trying to sell, but just
Yeah.
attaching it to the one of the biggest tragedies in humankind. Just parts of it did not cohese for me. And now this is a
To
thing, and
me,
I
I
know I've
think
been
that's why it does work though. Like is that
yeah.
because it's attached to this like this thing that, you know, it is and should be like universally regarded as evil. Like and then to be like this is a like the most fucked up love story afterwards of like I don't
I
know. Like to me it
maybe
really
I'm just
worked.
I think I might just be because I mentioned earlier how doom pilled I am. I think I might
Mhm.
just be caught up in just how, like, scary the rise of fascism and Nazism is
I think that
Oh
might
get
yeah.
be part
down
of it for me as well.
down and dirty with this, like, kinda romanticizing, kinda not thing, you know?
Yeah, because I don't see it as romanticizing. Like it's
Yeah, I don't I don't either, per se. I
Once again,
because
it's like I
obviously,
said,
like it's
there's
brutal.
moments where I feel it does.
It's
like
just
because
There's moments where I feel it where
I prescribe to the Scorsese kind of ideology of, like, presenting horrific things. A film doesn't need to have a narrator or whatever that, implement is who, like, disowns it, right? Tells the audience this
yeah,
is bad.
says that it's awful.
Audience should be able to come to their own terms on these things, right?
Yeah.
I just think
Yeah.
it's something with the presentation for me, man. And it may be very well I just need to rewatch this more in mind what this is, right? On a second watch, I could very well see like liking this a lot more, right?
Mhm.
It's just it's just for me, it was just a little left a bad taste in my mouth and not in a good way.
I mean,
It's
But I
there's a
still
it's
liked
reason
it.
the
Like
movie's
interesting.
so
I
controversial.
yeah, and it also might just be like an Italian thing where I don't know, like they're like, you know, this is evil. Like I don't know.
and it is evil.
Yeah.
Big time. Nazis are bad. Critterpit
Yes.
condemns Nazism.
Did you like
Yes.
the dancer guy? Like, did you like finding out that all these guys are Nazis? Like,
That was
I
an
thought that was
interesting
cool.
reveal because I thought for sure that
It's a hotel of Nazis.
I thought for sure he was a victim at first. I was very
Yeah.
confused.
He's got kind of sad eyes at the beginning, and then
Yeah,
they're
and I'm like,
evil very
this is
quick.
such an interesting fucking relation. I was like, does this Nazi night porter just have a hotel full of his victims that he like grooms and like pays
Mhm.
back? It's like, what the fuck is happening? And then it's like, oh, he's a Nazi who just has a passion for the performing arts,
Yeah.
Also,
which
was
is
it just
interesting in its
me,
own.
or did that dancing guy, like, visually, I don't know why I kept seeing, like, Goebbels in him. I think it might have
Oh
been the
yeah,
makeup or something, but every time I looked at him, I was like, "That's fucking Joseph Goebbels." Like,
he has that lean face and pointy eyes, you know.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
I see it. I didn't think about it then, but you say it, yeah.
Honestly, looking at the group of
Ugh.
goons, that might have been like, even though I find them super interesting, like I find everything in this movie interesting. Um, maybe that pack of goons was kind of killing it for me a bit too. I don't know. Just felt a
They're
little
so
cartoony at points.
yeah, I mean, he's got the, like, what's it called? Monocle?
Monocle. Yeah.
One of them is just the professor. Like, it that is a little cartoony. To me, that stuff,
It's
like,
just so tough because
it this
it's the fucking Holocaust, you know. Like this is a
yeah.
like this is not something that should be cheapened within art. I don't know.
I don't think that it is here. I don't know.
For me, and
It's
once
hard,
again,
it's
this
a
is off
hard
one
question.
viewing, very like sleepy. I didn't fall asleep though. My second watch through. Um, it was just a very, I don't know, very tricky
It's one
thing to
that I'll
grapple with.
revisit for sure, you know,
Oh
like
yeah, this would be a great Redux episode down the line.
yeah.
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 I just it's weird because it's like I can understand the I like sorry, I'm struggling to put my thoughts together. Um I can understand the side of like I fucking like the people who fucking hate this film. They're like it's terrible, it's exploitative. I get their perspective, and I
Mhm.
get the perspective, like I get the counter perspective. It's a hard movie for me, and I find like it's not a feeling I'm used to when watching something where I can kind of come across with like a definitive feeling about it. It was like I guess I just haven't watched enough movies. This is like a place of ignorance for me, but it was like I rarely find myself being left with that kind of, I don't, maybe ambivalence is the word, but I don't think it is. Where it's just like I don't know what the fuck I feel about this movie, you know?
That's
I
fair,
don't
I
I
That's
don't
think.
know
very
what I
fair.
think about
It's
it.
a very hard one. I don't necessarily know
It was a
how I
crazy one to
feel
pull
about
you
the
back in
end.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Well, we read
For
the
a second,
description and you
I was like, "What the
understand
fuck is
why
Ethan
we called
talking
you.
to me about?" Yeah. I remember the first time I watched it, I think I texted Ethan. I was like, "What the fuck do you have me watching?"
Well, Sam was
Like,
like, "We should get Keegan on the pod because it's been too long. We need to get Keegan on the pod." I'm
Yeah,
like, "Dude, you know what the next one is, right?" It's a crazy
night
pull.
porter.
Night
I want to
Porter.
be on for the Blob.
Oh yeah,
I'd like that one.
I got,
yeah.
Fucking
David
great
Lundy on
movie.
for the third man.
Fucking biggest question though, Sam. How do you think you'd feel about Solo now? Rewatching Solo after a movie like this.
How is not as good as this? Um,
I think I might fuck with Solo more, man. I
Um,
don't know.
I would Keegan and I did a mini solo up at the start of this pod.
Yeah,
So it's funny that you wrap it around back to this. Um, I every time I watch Solo, I like it a little bit more. So
me too.
there's
Well, it
that.
goes in curve, but yeah, me too.
I stand by what I said at the start.
Yeah.
I'm not
Dog shit.
rewatching the Epwood. Yeah, dog shit. Yeah,
Just read Night by Elie Wiesel. He was a Holocaust survivor. If you want to understand the brutality of fascism and of Nazism, his account is like, so I was telling Sam, like, I find
Hmm.
when I'm reading about brutality, when I'm reading about historical injustice, I have a very strong stomach. I have a very strong constitution when it comes to it, where it's like I can accept that these things have happened and let them out of my system to the point where they're not like continually uh what's the word I'm looking for? Upsetting me, you know?
Yeah.
But with Night, I remember maybe because I read it when I was 14, I remember just like crying because there's a scene in it, and I know scene's the wrong word, but I don't know the right word.
a
Um,
passage.
Thank you, Ethan. There's a passage in it where he talks about his father dying in a concentration camp of, I believe, typhoid. It might be something else, but his father was like begging him to give him water, and he couldn't give him water, um, because his father would like it would destroy his lungs if he were to swallow liquid. Um, and he just had to watch his father die in a bed in a concentration camp. Like,
Yeah.
to me, that is more powerful than the boring ass bullshit that is Solo. Like,
But
I
what
hate
better
that
to?
movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
I don't
not
know if
going to start
Solo's boring.
defending Solo right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to jump into whole contrarian, like, what better to experience the horrors of fascism than having to sit through 2 hours of Solo? But I don't know.
Read
I
Night
don't
by
know,
Elie
There's
man.
definitely
Wiesel.
better
That is
ways.
my response.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know,
Like an
man.
actual
Solo.
account.
I genuinely think Solo's going to be one we contend with for decades to come, guys.
Next,
And
next Valentine's Day, Solo, Night Porter double feature.
yeah, it could hit,
Uh,
dude. Oh yeah, you're right, Keegan.
Which one do you start with? You start with Night Porter, right?
I feel like you finish on
Yeah.
Night Porter because it's a better film.
No, you start with Night Porter, man, because yeah, you start
You're
with
gonna be
Night
so
Porter.
no, yeah. You start with Night Porter also because you're gonna be so loose, after watching Solo, like, and you can't rip on Night Porter the same way you can rip on Solo.
Yeah,
True.
it's like you start Night Porter right, and it starts out pretty. Yeah, like, and by the end of Night Porter, right, they've been in the apartment, they're starving, it's pretty horrific. Anyways,
It's
and
like
then you
they're
go into
back in the
Solo.
camp.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was
Right, and
thinking
he,
about
for the
that.
first time in his life, is not fully in control, right? He's been
Yes,
robbed of
doesn't
that
have a full
dominance he
belly.
had.
It's very interesting.
He maybe kind of gets it for the first time.
It's so romantic.
No, it's disgusting. It's
How
disgusting.
how how romantic is it that he's putting himself through what he put his victim through?
He doesn't like can still
Yeah,
walk
no.
away. I don't know. Like,
Yeah, no. Yeah, no. I'm
it's not the
being
same.
Well, and
contrarian.
he
I'm
he's
skipping.
he chooses to kill her at the end. They could have kept driving into London, right? Unless they ran out of gas and I fucking missed it. But when they stop on the bridge and get clipped, he killed her. He had her killed. He could have stepped out of the car and had her drive away or any new number of things.
He
Yeah,
should, he should have just let her go to New York with her husband. Like, if she had just left
Probably.
in at the time that she was supposed to, like, would have been fine.
This is why you don't sleep with Nazis.
you know why this film sucks?
Rule
It's the
number
same.
one.
Yo, this movie sucks for the same reason Nosferatu sucks.
Why?
It's a cuck film.
Oh God, that's a crazy take.
Yeah, that was shit. That was shit.
Ethan,
Disclaimer.
I'm either about to
If
blow your mind or you already know this. Did you recognize the lead actress?
Charlotte Rampling,
Yeah,
I recognize the name. Is she in Lars von Trier stuff?
she is. She's in some other stuff that you love as well.
What is she in?
She's in Dune,
Oh my god,
part 1 and 2.
she's the fucking the Reverend
Yep,
Mother, right?
yep.
Yeah, that's fucking yeah. Yeah, fucking great film. This is a great film. It's a great
When
film,
I clicked
dude.
on her name, I was like, "Whoa!"
She's
Yeah.
also Jacques
Damn, boy.
Orca from 1977.
She's also in the Beatles' "Hard Day's Night."
What a career,
Oh
man.
shit.
Yeah, what a career. Still working too.
Oh,
What a
um,
fucking career, bro. I wonder if in the interviews leads up to Dune, any interviewers were like, "So tell us about Night Porter. Like,
We gotta get her on the pit
did
for
you
Dune
draw on
3 when
your
she's promoting it.
experience? Yeah, did you draw on your experience in Night Porter for this role?
Tell us about the production of Night Porter. What was that like? What was the lead actor like?
Is
Was
that
he
a
really
great?
method?
Would that be a great sketch? Just
It would
like
be a great sketch.
All the Dune promoters for some reason are like, so tell us about Night Porter.
Yeah.
Let's clear the elephant out of the room. Tell us about Night Porter.
So, Night Porter is my favorite film of yours, and I was just
Yeah.
hoping you could answer a few questions.
So everybody on
Is
Twitter
it
is
a shared
talking about.
cinematic universe? Do you portray the same character as your character in Night
Oh
Porter?
Jesus, Sam, Jesus.
Maybe
We're
she
we're sticking
survived.
too we're sticking too close to the sun, boys.
We're deep into
yeah.
this ep. Night Porter 7 out of 10. I went hard on the defense, but I'm still only at a 7. Um, it could be an 8.
Yeah,
I'll stick with my 4.
I went hard on the offense, but this is 6 out of 10 for me with
This
a
is a
heart.
classic Sam and Ethan half star apart. Biggest disagreement.
So we have
Yeah,
a 4,
bro.
6, and 7.
That is fucking too good. Were we talking
Yeah,
about that last dip?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Or one of the recent ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Sam, I like some of the little shout outs that you put into the episode title
The
or
Spotify ones.
captions.
Yes.
What did
I
Sam
do it
say?
special for you. I just give a little
Um,
message to Keegan.
On Spotify?
Yeah.
What does he say, Keegan?
here's so from Critterpit season 3 retrospective. Keegan, I'm so sorry these are late. I've been neglecting Spotify. 'Cause I had to go watch
Oh,
some on YouTube.
oh
Yeah.
shit, dude. Our YouTube views are bad, dude.
Yeah. My
They're
my
like
charade review, the charade video I wrote. Movies are kind of awesome. I hope you like this one, Keegan. It's a gooder.
Shrek got like 2 views, bro. It's
Yeah.
fucked. It's fucked. We're
Peeping
dead.
Tom has no views.
That's fucked,
But
dude.
Zombiers got 22.
Okay, we're back. We're
And also
back,
we're
dude.
doing fine on Spotify. Like we get like 100 or so
Oh,
downloads
really?
like
Okay.
a month. Yeah.
Damn, downloads. That's not bad. Okay. I was This is why I've been doom pilled against society. I thought Critterpit was dead.
No, we do okay everywhere but YouTube. YouTube hates us.
Yeah, YouTube changed has.
Yeah.
YouTube changed has.
I'm sure
When are we
this Night
getting
Porter app's gonna get everybody back.
Oh yeah, especially when Dune Messiah gets launched, man. This app's gonna blow the fuck up.
Everyone's gonna be Googling the Night Porter.
And we're gonna
We're
be
just
the
getting ahead
only
of the
ones,
algorithm.
Sam. We're gonna hit
That's
the
why our
algae.
solo app has some, I think, some views because we're one of the only people talking about solo.
We
Uh,
gonna hit the algae. We're gonna hit the
we
algae
gotta
and
hit
we're
the.
gonna blow up.
We're great at hitting the algorithm. We're always so great at it,
We we
knowing
grind
what
on that
people want.
algae, man. We grind on
We
that
don't give
algae.
special report videos like a month or two after the movie's out.
We're usually like, we gotta hit this. We're gonna blow up. People are fucking googling this shit.
Well, I remember you were
You
talking
don't even
about
have time to
Sinners,
watch the new
and
Jurassic World movie, Ethan, because
Oh,
that
I
comes out
got it.
tomorrow.
Fuck. I have so much shit to do.
Movie's fine. You don't need to watch it.
Oh, fuck. I told Kat like middle of June, I think.
Welcome to
That's fucked.
July.
We're gonna get her done, though, boys. We're gonna get her done.
Yeah.
Just a matter of time.
Anyway, great ep. Great ep.
Woo!
6 out of 10.
7 out of
All
10.
right. Can I do my movie recommendation for the
Nope.
episode?
We actually
Absolutely.
canceled that. We canceled that segment. It got too
No, it's
political.
back. It's back.
Oh, it's
I'm
back?
recommending The Treasure of the Sierra Madre from 1949 with Humphrey
Great
Bogart.
movie. Really
I
fun
Word
movie.
up.
loved it. Shout out the local library. There's Canadian actors in it if you're into that sort of bullshit. Banger. I fucking loved it. That's my
Bogey's
movie
great in it.
recommendation.
He plays
That
Gollum.
and Foreign Correspondent. I also like that.
No, you get one.
I gave 2, buddy. Suck it.
Long
Okay, I
ep.
guess
Long amp, you get 2. If it's over 2 hours, you get 1 for each hour.
I
I'm excited to see how long this one is.
Wait, how do you spell that, Keegan?
Spell what?
That bullshit you're telling me about.
He wasn't even
Treasure
listening.
of the Sierra, the Treasure of the Sierra Madre, or Foreign
Yeah.
Correspondent?
The second one.
That's an or question. Which one?
How you spell that bullshit?
Sarah,
Foreign
help me out here. Which
Correspondent.
one? Okay, thank you. FOREIGN space CORRESPONDENT. He left.